5, 4, and 3. From Golden Line Stadium in Pine Bluff, CSN, the Creative Sports Television Network, presents the 10th annual Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. Hello, everyone. This is Mike Harris along with Lewis Ambers and our producer on CSN Television and Dan Newsby. And we're getting ready to, what was that? Take two. Weathersby, right? I can't talk about Sportsby or Newsby, right? Weather. 5, 4, and 3. From Golden Line Stadium in Pine Bluff on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, CSN, the Creative Sports Television Network, presents the 10th annual Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. As tonight, the 2009 season gets underway with the 12th ranked Monticello Billies coming up against the tough team from DeQueen in the DeQueen Leopards. It's DeQueen and Monticello start the 2009 campaign of high school football, and it's coming up next right here on CSN Television. Is Dan Weathersby as we're getting set for this matchup tonight between DeQueen and Monticello. And we'll be back with more on our pregame show from Golden Line Stadium in Pine Bluff. The first game of the 2009 campaign, right after these words on CSN for Simmons First National Bank, the Pine Bluff Convention Center, and the John Miller Tire Company. Across the state of Arkansas. And we've got a dilly here for you in store here tonight in this first game. As one of two here tonight, we'll have two tomorrow night at Van Buren, and two games will be played on Thursday in Arkadelphia on the campus of Henderson State University in Arkadelphia. As DeQueen, ranked 21st this week in the CSN preseason top 20 high school football poll, goes up against the 12th ranked Monticello Billies, as the Billies was here last year and played Valonia in an exciting game to the end in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. These two teams have outstanding teams. The Billies with a good offense, as DeQueen's got a great defense. In fact, the DeQueen Leopards returned 16 starters back from last year's team, and Monticello returns a total of 18 starters back from last year's squad, as Monticello had an outstanding team last year, went deep into the playoffs. Well, the CSN Top 20 high school football preseason poll was released earlier this morning, and the Bentonville Tigers have been tabbed as the team to beat, as they have been ranked number 1 in the CSN Top 20 poll. Ranked number 2 is Springdale Harbor from Class 7A. Ranked 3rd is Fort Smith Southside from 7A. Ranked 4th is El Dorado from Class 6A. Ranked 5th is Shiloh Christian from Class 4A. Then coming in 6th in the rankings is Greenwood from Class 5A. Cabot is ranked 7th from Class 7A. Pine Bluff is ranked 8th in Class 6A. Ranked 9th is Watson Chapel in 6A. And ranked 10th is Lake Hamilton from Class 6A. Rounding out the CSN Top 20 preseason high school football poll at number 11 is West Memphis, followed by Monticello, Warren, North Little Rock, West Helena, Charleston, Russellville, Pulaski Academy, Little Rock Catholic, and Bryant. Teams that deserve the honorable mention this in the preseason poll was DeQueen, Little Rock Christian, Pine Bluff, Dollarway, Osceola, Jacksonville, Alma, Magnolia, Fountain Lake, Nashville, and Junction City. Let's go over the games in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic this year. There'll be two games here tonight. After this DeQueen Monticello game at 5:30, at 7:45 tonight, the kickoff between Star City and DeWitt. And then tomorrow night, two games will be switching venues to Blakemore Field at Van Buren High School. The first game at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon will have Pecola, Oklahoma going up against Cedarville. And then at 7:45 tomorrow night, Boonville takes on Mena. Then Thursday, the last two games in the six-game series of the Hooten.com Simmons First Kickoff Classic. Thursday will be two games played at Henderson State University in Arkadelphia. The first game at 5:30 will have Bearden taking on Camden Harmony Grove. And then at 7:45, Fountain Lake takes on Junction City. Back with more on the pregame show right after this 2-minute break from your local station. You're listening to the 2009 Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN. 3, 2, and 1. We're now speaking with Chris Jenkins, defensive end of Bearden, and tonight they're captains, two captains will be coming out of there in the, actually we have 3 or 4 captains coming out there for the near side of the field. And, of course, it's the Monticello Billies going up against a tough team in the DeQueen Leopards, as the DeQueen Leopards and the Monticello Billies. And let's give you the captains for the Monticello Billies in this game here tonight. And here are those captains for the Monticello Billies. Out there is one captain, number 20, Anthony Wells. Also, number 7 is Javon Mitchell. The third captain, number 43, in Greg Patterson. The fourth captain out there is number 15, and that is Jordan Tilley. And, of course, those are the captains for the Monticello Billies. They have a total of 4 captains getting ready to go to the middle of the field for the coin toss. We'll have the coin toss for you live here in just a moment, here before we get this game underway here tonight at Golden Line Stadium on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. And we're waiting for the captains to come out for the Queen Leopards and Monticello and the Queen getting ready to hook up here tonight for this game in this first of 2 here tonight at Golden Line Stadium on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Don't forget 2 games tomorrow night. That'll be in Van Buren, and then 2 games on Thursday night to be played in Arkadelphia on the campus at Henderson State University. So the captains for, as we said just a moment ago, for the captains actually for DeQueen is Jamaro Irving. That's one of the captains. And the second captain, number 15, is Grant Dooley. The third captain is number 20, and Greg White. And the fourth captain, number 43, is Sam Willits. Now we see their captains are running out there now for the Billies, as there'll be 3 captains on the far side of the line of the field at the 50-yard line for the Billies. And let's pick those captains up for you right now for the Monticello Billies. And their captains tonight, number 3, and that is Tyler Pascal. Also number 61 is Pete Brunson. And the third captain for the Billies of Monticello is number 65 in Riley. So it's Riley, Brunson, and Pascal going out to the middle of the field to make the 4 captains for the Queen in Irving, along with Dooley, White, and Willis. So let's go out to the middle of the field right now and hear the coin toss for tonight's game to get this 2009 campaign underway in the high school football season. And we see that the referees are out there as they're out there talking to each other, as the referee and the umpire out there. And we see on the side of the field is where that the Billies will be on the far side of the field here this game here tonight. And on the near side of the field is the team from the Queen. So the Queen is out there in their black top and also the black top and also the black pants with the gold numerals. And we see the Monticello Billies is out there with their 3 captains also. So we're just ready to get the coin toss underway, as the officials are still waiting for some pictures to be taken. We're having a lot of pictures to be taken before we get this coin toss underway here at Golden Line Stadium here in Pine Bluff tonight, before we have this kickoff to start the 2009 high school football season.
Monticello's captains are number 1, Joe Carmichael. Number 61, Pete Brunson.
We have an introduction of the captains.
Number 65, Aaron Riley.
So it's Riley, Brunson, and the third captain out there is Pascal. They announced it on the PA. It was Carmichael, but it's Pascal, the third captain out there, wearing number 3 on his back. And see, the Carmichael has number 1, but he's not out there. So everybody makes mistakes from time to time, huh? 4 captains out there for the other team in the DeQueen Leopards.
As we wait the coin toss, I'll ask you to please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
And we see that
National anthem.
we will have the national anthem before the coin toss. They start to have the coin toss, so we're getting ready to have the playing of our national anthem here at Golden Line Stadium here on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff here in Pine Bluff. Now to honor America, the playing of our national anthem. The playing of our national anthem before we get the coin toss underway here this afternoon with this first game of 6 in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. Let's go out to the middle of the field and hear the coin toss for today's game.
And then the introduction of both teams shortly. We will kick off at 5:30. A big halftime coming up. Both schools' bands along with M4, the musical marching machine of the Mid-South. UAPB's award-winning bands. They performed this year for the inauguration of President Obama. All of that coming up at halftime. And then immediately following this game, DeWitt against Star City. There will be no delay between the two games.
So we're still waiting for the coin toss at the middle of the field. And before we have the coin toss, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
We'll go ahead and have
This is CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network.
And the teams will make their way to the field shortly.
And we're about ready for the coin toss to get this game underway as the referee and the umpire grabs the CSN microphone out there to attach it to them so you can hear the coin toss here.
Okay, gentlemen. Hey, you're the visiting, so you'll be calling it.
And so
Okay. Who's gonna call it?
32 ounces.
Call it. There, what?
It's not just Sonic good.
What'd he call? He called heads. It is heads. You got to call it to kick, receiver, defense. You want to call.
And we have the coin toss, and the Monticello Billies have won the toss and has elected to receive to get this football game underway. So we see that Monticello won the toss. They elect to receive. Defending the gold to our south will be the Queen Leopards. We're just moments away from the kickoff for the first game in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. And we'll be back with the opening kickoff of the 2009 season right after these words on CSN for Baptist Health, Complete Home Care Supply, and Hooten's Football Magazine.
Hooten's Arkansas football to play.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Okay. Can you hear that commercial at all? Great, great. I won't have to turn it up and down, will I? If you ever hear it, just kind of wave at me and I'll have to turn it down. That's super. I think a lot of it was field strengths when we was at those other places, the baseball. Would you rather film football or baseball? Finally.
Queen is coached by Coach Chris Green. The Leopards will kick to Monticello to start the 10th annual Simmons First Hootens.com.
Mike Harrison along with Lewis Ambrose back with you here at this start of the 2009 season in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classics, the 10th straight year that the Hootens have put on this football classic, and this year its sponsor, the lead sponsor, is Simmons First National Bank with 88 locations across the state of Arkansas. So we're ready to get this game underway as teeing it up at the 40-yard line will be the kicker for the
one of the best bargains in America.
the Queen Leopards, and teeing it up is the kicker for the Queen Leopards at the 40-yard line. And we're about ready to get this game underway as the Billies of Monticello will be receiving the opening kickoff. We have about 3 receivers back at about the 10-yard line, and we're moments away from getting this football game underway. As teeing it up will be the kicker in Raul Martinez, the 5'6", 135-pound junior. Here comes the kickoff away. It comes down at about the 6-yard line, across the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30, across the 35, and out to the 37-yard line on the kickoff return for the Monticello Billies. And the return man was Trey Hawkins, as Hawkins, the 5'9", 177-pound junior, returned it all the way back to the 37-yard line. That'll be a return of 31 yards on that kickoff return. So it will be Monticello getting the football at their own 37-yard line to get this game underway. So Monticello comes up to the line of scrimmage, led by their quarterback and Joe Carmichael. As Carmichael is the quarterback, in the backfield the fullback is Caleb Bryant. The wide receivers is Andrew Ross along with Brian Hanley, along with Brandon Matthews. At tackle, offensive tackle is Pete Brunson, along with Demetric Robinson, and the offensive guards is Jay Jeffers, and Mike Sawyer in the center is Taylor Smith. So Taylor Smith is in there. So the Billies, ranked 12th in the CSN preseason top 20 high school football poll, which was released this morning, will come up to the line of scrimmage as they will start first and 10. And the football is at the 36 instead of the 37. And just a moment ago when he fell down, the return man, they put it at the 37. Now the referee puts it down. The umpire puts it down at the 36-yard line. So that return a while ago was only a 30-yarder. So the kickoff return 30 yards just a moment ago.
Joe Carmichael is the Monticello quarterback.
So Joe Carmichael, 6'2", 224, the senior quarterback for the Monticello Billies, as the Billies up to the line of scrimmage had an outstanding year last year. Carmichael under center, first and 10 at his own 36. Here's the ball handed off from the wingback on the right side to left, as getting the football and twisting and turning with the football is the Brian Handley, the 5'9" running back junior, and he kind of scooted from the right side to the left side up across the 40 to the 42-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 6 yards on the play. So up to the 6, up to the pickup of 6 on the play. That'll be a pickup of 6 for Handley. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 at the 42. Under center calling the signal is Carmichael. Carmichael looks over the defense of the Queen Leopards. The Leopards come in this game as honorable mention this week in the CSN preseason top 20 high school football poll. In fact, they're the first honorable mention, so I guess you could technically say they're ranked 21st in the state in the preseason, and Monticello ranked at number 12. Carmichael up to the line of scrimmage. In front of him is the center, and Taylor Smith. Here is rolling out. Here's the ball handed off right side. We have a flag on the field down the right sideline, 45-50, and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Carrying the football for the Monticello Billies was Matthews. As Matthews scooted out to the right side, Brishan Matthews, the wingback, across the 50. But we have a flag down at the 44-yard line, so the flag is down at the 44. As the referee and the umpire trying to unravel this at the 44-yard line. Doubleheader here tonight at the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff here at Golden Lion Stadium. And here comes the indication. It'll be offensive holding called against the Billies. So that'll be a mark-off. And that will be a holding penalty of 10 yards, so 10 yards against the Billies. So that will be a penalty of about 10 yards against Monticello. So that'll bring the ball all the way back to the 34-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 12 now. And here's the ball handed off on a dive play straight up the middle across the 35 out to close to the 40-yard line. As the ball was handed off that time. And handed off to the fullback, and Caleb Bryant, the 5'8", 207-pound senior. So he scooted it across the 40 to the 41. We have 10:54 left to go here in this first quarter of play. 10:49, and the clock rolls down here in this first quarter. The football is at the 41-yard line. And here is sweeping to the right side with the football. And here's Matthews, Brishan Matthews, trying to sweep to the right side. Matthews, the son of the head football coach, Gawain Matthews, the head football coach at the University of Arkansas Monticello. And Matthews scoots it out to the 46. So he scoots it out to the 46-yard line. We have 10:24 left to go here in this first quarter. And that'll be a pickup out to the 46-yard line. And this will bring up a 3rd down coming. Or is it the first down? It's going to be close. As the football is at between the 45 and the 46-yard line. Good crowd on hand for this game here tonight. We're going to have a measurement, so they'll bring out the chain gang out there with a stretch of the chains. It looks like it's going to be very, very close on the measurement. And I would say that it is going to be short by about a half a yard, and it is short by a half a yard at the 45-yard line. So this will bring up a 3rd down coming. So 3rd and about a half a yard to go to pick up the first down now for the Billies. And the Billies will probably try a power play here and probably hand it off to Caleb Bryant or the wingback Matthews. Matthews, along with Bryant, has been outstanding over the last couple of years for the Monticello Billies. So Monticello coming up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and a half a yard to go to pick up the first down. 3rd and a half a yard to go as Monticello, along with the Queen, opening up this 2009 season in high school football here in the SimmonsFirstHoot.com Kickoff Classic. And here's a fake handoff, and keeping it as a quarterback, Carmichael scoots forward, and he'll pick up the first down out to the 48-yard line. So that's a first down for the Monticello Billies. So a first down for the Monticello Billies as we're underway here in this first quarter of play, as We have 10 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. And after this next play, we'll go over to the Monticello Billy sideline and check in with Lewis Sambers, who's over on the far sideline at about the 20-yard line to the left side of the bench. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line for the Monticello Billies. Under center is Carmichael. Carmichael calling the signals, man in motion. Here's a flip in the backfield. Here's Hanley sweeping to the left side, gets across midfield, inside the Queen territory at the 48-yard line and push back at the 48-yard line. Coming over there and making the hit on the play for the Queen Leopards on defense was Patrick Weed, the 5'9", 220-pound defensive lineman, the sophomore. So that'll be a pickup of 4. That brings up a 2nd and 6. Let's go to the far sideline and check in with Lewis Sambers. Lewis? Well, we'll try to get over there to him momentarily. Real quickly, 9:15 left to go. 9:15 left to go here in this first quarter play. Here's a pitch in the backfield. It goes down to Hanley. Straight up the middle. He goes inside the 45, inside the 40, down to about the 39-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of about 5 yards on the play. Maybe he got more than that. It's more than that. He picks up an extra 2 down to the 40, inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. And that will be a 1st down. Let's go to the far sideline and check in with Lewis Sambers. Lewis? All right, back to action with the 39-yard line. And here's a ball handed off, and it goes down to the running back and to the fullback on the handoff to Caleb Bryant as the 5'8", 207-pound senior scoots it over the right guard down to about the 38. Let's see where they spot it. But right now we're going to have a 5-yard mark off for all sides against the Boll Weevils.
Simmons First has 88 locations in Arkansas to serve you with quality customer service.
So the football is a 5-yard mark off back to the 45-yard line. At the 45, here's the ball handed off, sweeping right side. Goes the running back from the left side. Ball is fumbled on the play. It's loose, and the Queen Leopards have recovered the football. The Queen comes up with a fumble recovery. And getting the fumble recovery is the defensive tackle, Greg Patterson, the 5'9", 230-pound sophomore. Let's go to the far sideline and check in with Lewis Sambers.
Jordy Moran, and it's 1st and 10 for
Let's
the
check in with Lewis Sambers on the far sideline. Lewis?
Well, Mike, right now, turning over the ball will not do Monticello very much good. They got to take care of the ball, and the game here today will be won in the trenches. So both lines are big and physical, but first of all, they must take care.
Here's the Queen with the football. Here's the ball handed off, and going to the right side for the Queen Leopards is their running back in Greg White. The starting lineup for the Queen today on offense. The quarterback is Jamario Irvin, 5'10", 190, the senior. The running back in the backfield, number 20, Greg White, who just carried that football, 6'2", 220, the senior. The fullback is Sam Willis, 5'11", 180, the senior. The halfback is Corey Morgan, 5'8", 175, the junior. At tight end, number 84, Aaron Smith, 6 feet, 195, the senior. At wide receiver is Grant Dooley, 6'2", 170, the senior. It will be 2nd down coming up, 2nd and 7 for the Queen. Here's the ball handed off to the big guy, handed off to the fullback, Sam Willis. And Willis is hit at about the 37-yard line. Making the hit over there was Joe Carmichael on the play for the Monticello Billies. On the offensive line for the Queen Leopards today, at center is Kendall Hendricks, 6 feet, 200, the senior. At left guard is number 61, C.J. Barnhill, 5'11", 205, the senior. At left tackle, number 72, Fernando Valderas, 6 feet, 250, the junior. At right guard, number 50, Oscar Gonzalez, 5'10", 220, the junior. And the right tackle, number 79, John Miller, 6'4", 340, the junior. Sweeping to the left side, across the 40, up to the 43-yard line. Carrying the football for the Queen Leopards is the halfback in Corey Morgan as he sweeps to the left sideline across the 40 out to the 43. And that's very close to a first down, it looks like, where they spot it. Let's see. They're going to spot it down at the 43, and that's going to be a first down for the DeQueen Leopards. DeQueen bringing a big crowd from DeQueen for this opening game of the 2009 season as they bring a big crowd on the near side of the field here at Golden Lion Stadium. First and 10 for the DeQueen Leopards at the 43-yard line at their own 43 as we are underway here in this first quarter. And here sweeping to the left side with the handoff across the 45 to 50, finally pushed out of bounds, is the running back Greg White. White had a couple of blocks over there on the left side of the play. And with a couple of good blocks, he picks up about 5, maybe 6 on the play out to the 49-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of, we'll call it 5. And this will bring up a second down coming. And a short 5 to go to pick up the first down. Left hash mark of the field as the Leopards break the line of scrimmage up to the huddle at the line of scrimmage. And here calling the signals is a quarterback. And the quarterback is Jamaro Irvin. And Irvin hands the ball off. We have a flag at the line of scrimmage. And let's see what the official and the umpire, also the field judge, is out there, and the head linesman talking over this play. And here comes the indication. Illegal procedure against the DeQueen Leopards. And that'll be a mark-off against DeQueen. So a mark-off against the DeQueen Leopards, and that'll bring the ball back to the 43-yard line. We have 6:50 left to go here in this first quarter play. No score. It's DeQueen nothing and Monticello nothing in the opening game of the 2009 high school football season in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. Left hash mark of the field at the 43, second and 10. Now here's Irvin, hands the ball off, sweeping right side with a football. Here trying to turn the corner, it's Morgan across the 45 out to the 47-yard line before he is hit on the play by a couple of Billies. Making the stop over there for the Billies on the play is Marcy Robertson along with Ryan Shaw. So it's out at the 47 after a pickup of 4 yards on the play. This will bring up a third down and 6 with 6:09 left to go here in this first quarter. No score in the game between DeQueen and Monticello. Right hash mark of the field under center is the quarterback and Jamaro Irvin. Irvin sweeps left, option pitch left side. He pitches it out to Corey Morgan, the halfback, and Morgan tries to turn it upfield, but he's going to be hit by that tough Monticello defense. And making the stop on the play is Andrew Ross, the 6'1", 200-pound defensive back, the senior, and he stopped Morgan from picking up a first down at the 48-yard line. Only a pickup of a yard, less than a yard, and this will bring up a fourth down now and 5 to go to pick up that first down for the DeQueen Leopards. We're down to 5:27 left to go here in this first quarter play. 5:27 left in the first quarter. Under center now, left hash mark of the field. It's going to be fourth down, so they'll punt it away, and here comes the punt and the boot by Irvin, and he will kick it down the field. It's going to be caught at the 22 and up to the 25-yard line. Bringing the football back about 3 yards on that punt return is the return man for the Monticello Billies. And returning that punt return back 3 yards for Monticello was Brandon Matthews, the 6', 175-pound senior. So the Monticello Billies will get the football. First and 10. We're in the first quarter as Monticello with the football at the 25-yard line. Here's a long pass, first pass of the game down the right side of the field. It's bobbled, it's incomplete at the 40. In the DeQueen territory, the ball was thrown up there, intended for Reggie Rayford. A high pass, a floater down there by Joe Carmichael, and it was incomplete. It was bobbled for a second, but we have contact, and we're going to have a flag thrown at the 40-yard line. This will be a personal foul called against down in the secondary on the DeQueen Leopard secondary, and we're going to have a big major mark-off against the Monticello Billies, actually against the DeQueen Leopards. Well, let's see. The ball's going to be, the referee is right there at the 30-yard line. We have 5 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. No score in the football game. It's DeQueen nothing and Monticello nothing here in this first quarter of play. Fans, just a reminder, it's the CSN College Football Game of the Week, Saturday here in Pine Bluff on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff as UA Monticello goes up against UAPB. That's the College Football Game of the Week, 3:45 airtime Saturday afternoon here on the CSN Radio Network. Well, on that long pass down the field, it will be offensive interference instead of defensive interference against the Queen. We thought at first it was going to be defensive interference, but it's called for offensive interference, and that will be a major penalty of 15 yards, marked back to the 10-yard line. 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. It'll be 1st and 25 for Monticello at their own 10. Under center is Carmichael, and here's the ball handed off, twisting, turn across the 20, out to the 25, up to the 26. Second effort gets him to the 27-yard line. With the carry that time for the Monticello Billies was Brishan Matthews, the wingback who was set up on the left side that time. So they had the wingback cross with the wingback on the right side, Brian Hanley, crossing first from right to left. And then Brishan Matthews came over from his left side, and he picked up a yardage all the way out to the 26, as that will be a pickup of 16 yards on the play. So it'll be third down coming, 3rd and 8. It's the ball handed off to the left side. It goes to Hanley, down the wing back, down the left side. 40, 50, 40, 35, 40, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Brian Hanley. And it's Monticello jumping on top in this game, 6-0. With 4:05 left to go here in this first quarter play. A 74-yard run from the wingback in Brian Hanley around the left side. Monticello jumps on top of this game by a score of 6-0 with 4:05 left to go in the first quarter. Beautiful run by Brian Hanley. Hanley with an outstanding run. Sweeps around the left side from his wingback position, and it's set 6-0 on a 74-yard run by Brian Hanley. 6-0. Kicker on for the extra point now. Here's the snap. The place is down. The kick is up, and it's up there, and it is good.
No good. I'm sorry, no good.
No, it's no good, they say. Off to the left, says the referee. So we have 4 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in this first quarter of play. And as we pause from Golden Line Stadium in Pine Bluff, the score is Monticello 6 and DeQueen nothing. We'll be back with more football action in just a moment as you're listening to the 2009 Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN.
Llewellyn.
Testing 1, 2. And we're waiting for the kickoff, and here comes the kickoff away. A short kick by Monticello, caught at the 29-yard line by DeQueen across the 30 up to the 33-yard line. For the DeQueen Leopards, it's Grant Dooley, the 6'2", 170-pound senior. So 3:58 left to go here in this first quarter of play. With 3:58 left to go in the first quarter, the score is 6-0 in favor of the Monticello Billies. Let's go to the far sideline on the Billy sideline in Lewis Ambrose. Okay, Lewis, take it away, buddy. Well, I guess he's having trouble hearing us down there. We'll try to correct that for you. It's at the 33-yard line. 3:58 left to go in the first quarter play. It's 6-0 Monticello. Here's a double handoff, end around from right to left, running with the football. Here is DeQueen's James Irvin, and Irvin tries to sweep around the left side across the 35, and he goes out to about the 39-yard line. He's pushed out over there by guess who? Joe Carmichael. I tell you what, Carmichael is an outstanding athlete. He's all over the field. He is quarterback on offense, And on defense, he's one of those defensive backs and doing an outstanding job with his great speed. So the football is resting at the 39-yard line. 3:49 left to go here in this first quarter. And it's 6-0 in favor of the Monticello Billies. DeQueen up to the line of scrimmage. On a 2nd down and 4, we have a flag thrown in the backfield, and we're going to have some movement, illegal procedure, I think, in the backfield. That is going to be called against the DeQueen Leopards. They're going to mark it off here momentarily.
Simmons First Bank anywhere.
Here comes the indication, illegal procedure against the DeQueen Leopards. So the ball will be marked off 5 yards back to about the 34-yard line. It's where the ball will be spotted here.
Immediately after tonight's game.
Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. From Golden Line Stadium on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, this is CSN, the Creative Sports Network.
This ball game.
Under center, here's the ball handed off and going right side on a second effort across the 38 out to the 39-yard line. A second effort that time as the ball was handed off to the running back for the Queen Leopards, and doing a great job on that run over there was Sam Willis. Picks up about 5 out to the 39.
Down and 4 at the 39.
Actually picks up 6, so it'll be 3rd down and 4 now at the 39-yard line for the DeQueen Leopards. 3:02 left in the first quarter as Monticello leads DeQueen by a score of 6-0. Under center calling the signals is a quarterback. Here's Irving. Here goes a handoff. End around from right to left. Trying to turn the corner from right to left. It's a halfback in Corey Morgan. And Morgan is hit at the 40-yard line and tries to bowl over one of his defenders out to the 41. As he was pushed out at the 41-yard line as Brandon Matthews was in there to make the stop on the play at the 43-yard line. Down to 2:50 left to go. We have 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here in this first quarter of play, and the score is 6-0. So the ball is resting at the 43-yard line as the coach yelling something out to the Billies on defense. So we have 2:50 left to go. 2 new players checking the lineup. Actually out there back in the lineup for the Queen now. At a tight end slot is Aaron Smith, 6 feet 195, the senior. Here comes a stretch of the chains, and let's see how close it's going to be. It's going to be short by about a half a yard.
Just short of the first down.
So it's short by about a half a yard.
For the Leopards.
And this is going to bring up a 3rd down now.
Jamario Irvin under center on 4th and inches for the Queen.
And the football is at the 43. It'll be 4th down, and the Queen will go for it on 4th and about a half a yard. And here comes a surge from the quarterback on the quarterback sneak. And making the first down is Jamaro Irving, the 5'10", 190-pound senior. And he surges up to about the 44. And that'll be enough for a first down for the DeQueen Leopards.
First down.
So the DeQueen Leopards picking up a first down at the 44-yard line. At the 44-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for DeQueen. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Out of the shotgun now. It's back to Irving. Goes to the left side. Sweeps around the left side, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 48. And I think we might have a late hit on the play at the 49-yard line. We have a flag thrown at the near sideline. It's in front of the DeQueen bench, so nobody says anything there. It had to be the defender who chased the quarterback Irving out of bounds, and he went out at about the 49-yard line. So he went out at the 49-yard line, and we have 2:23 left to go here in this first quarter.
Mike, early in the quarter, Gresham Matthews, he had a slight shaken up injury with the hit from out of bounds. He came out, they worked on him, and he went right back out. He was fresh, and he was ready to go. Back up to you.
Okay, Lewis, thank you very much for that report on the side of the field. On the Billy side of the field, 2:23 left to go in the first quarter here from Golden Lion Stadium in Pine Bluff. And Monticello leads the Queens 6-0. Here's the ball handed off. Sweeping past the right tackle. Moving with that football is the running back, Greg White. And White scoots down inside the 35 all the way down to the 31-yard line before he was brought down by Ryan Shaw, the 5'11", 190-pound defensive back, the senior. We have 1 minute, 55 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. And the score is 6-0 in favor of the Monticello Billies. Split out wide to the right side. Going wide to the right for DeQueen is the receiver in Grant Dooley. Under center, Irving. Irving now gives an end around on a handoff. Twists and turns right side. Here's James Irvin. And James Irvin got the handoff from Jamaro Irvin, his brother, and he scooted inside the 30 down to the 27. Brian Shaw was there again to make the hit on the play, making the stop at about the 27-yard line. We have 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go here in this first quarter play.
It's 3rd down and 2 for the Queen.
At the 27-yard line. 27-yard line for the DeQueen Leopards, and here's Jamaro Irving, keeps it. After a fake handoff, he goes past the left guard inside the 25 down to the 24. So it's down to the 24-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down for the DeQueen Leopards. 1st and 10 for DeQueen at the Monticello Billy 24. 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. In our first of 6, Simmons first, Hooten.com Kickoff Classic Games, and it's 6-0, Monticello leading, but DeQueen is driving down the field. Clock rolling down to 40 seconds left to go here in this first quarter play. As DeQueen breaks a huddle up to the line of scrimmage at the 24-yard line. Left hash mark of the field. Jamaro Irving, the quarterback, the senior, 5'10", 190, the senior, calling the signals. Left hash mark. And we're going to have somebody jumping off sides. It looks like Monticello jumped off sides. It might have been Joe Carmichael, the linebacker, jumping off sides at about the 24. Here comes the indication. It'll be offsides against Monticello. A 5-yard mark off against the Billies.
It'll be 1st down and 5.
And that will take the ball down to the 19-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 5. Coming up for the DeQueen Leopards. So the Leopards with it, 1st and 5, down to 15 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. And DeQueen might let the clock just run out here in the first quarter. That's what they're going to do. So DeQueen will let the clock roll out here in the first quarter of this game. That's the end of the first quarter with our score in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic from Pine Bluff. It's Monticello 6 and DeQueen nothing. Back with second quarter action right after these words on CSN for Simmons First National Bank.
Immediately after it.
Weathersby here tonight and Pine Bluff. Dan Weathersby, outstanding young man, does an outstanding job producing this game here tonight for CSN Television. It's second quarter action coming up. The only score we had in the first quarter was a 74-yard run by Brian Hanley, the wingback for Monticello. Rolling out the right side for DeQueen is the quarterback, and sweeping to the right side goes Irving, and he's going to be hit and tackled on the play by Joe Carmichael. Also coming in and making the hit on the play over there on defense for the Billies was Mike Sawyer, the 5'10", 210-pound defensive lineman, the senior. So that time Irving was tackled at the 22-yard line, and he swept to the right side, picked up 2 down to the 22. This will bring up a 2nd and 8. Split wide to the right side goes Grant Dooley, the wide receiver, the senior. Nobody out to the left flat. Now here's a double handoff going to the left side. It goes to Irving. And trying to turn the corner on the left side is James Irving, the junior halfback. And he's going to be drugged down to the turf. Great defensive play by the Billies. And making a big tackle over there was Brian Hanley. And he made a great tackle on the play back to the 24. And that's going to be a loss of about 2. So this will bring up a 3rd and 10 now for the DeQueen Leopards. 10:47 left to go here in this first half. First of 2 games tonight in this Simmons vs. Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. Wide right goes Dooley. Under center is the quarterback, Jamaro Irvin. Irvin, the senior quarterback. Option pitch at the last moment. And he pitches it to the right side, and running on the football is Greg White. And White will try to scoot across the 20, and he's hit at the 20. And he is hit at the 19-yard line by the Billies. Big defensive tackle in Demetric Robinson, the 6'2", 263-pound senior. So that takes it down to the 19-yard line. And that will be a pickup of 4. This will bring up a 4th and a short 6 at the 19 of Monticello. 4th and 6 as DeQueen will go for it. Split out wide left this time. Goes a wide receiver Dooley. Under center now is Irvin. Irvin wants a timeout to look over the defense, and then he looks at that defense of the Billies and decides he wants to call a timeout, and he'll talk it over with his coach on the sideline. So with 9:41 left to go here in this first half, as we pause from Golden Line Stadium on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, the score, it's Monticello 6 and DeQueen nothing. You're listening to the 2009 Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN.
Drive into Sonic in September for the new Sonic BLT in Tots. Only $2.99. The new Sonic BLT in Tots. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. At Hootens.com this week, you can play IB Hootens, win up to $100 every week. All you got to do is be the best football prognosticator in the state. It's you against the Hootens and everybody else at Hootens.com. Play IB Hootens, win $100 every week. Hootens.com.
And we're back to action, and there's DeQueen throwing the pass right side, and it's deflected, incomplete. It was intended on the right side of the field at about the 12-yard line for the intended receiver in Sam Willis, and it was deflected at the last moment by Monticello's defender on the left side by J.J. Smith, the linebacker who was set up on that left side that time. The quarterback rolled out to the right side, and Irving tried to hit his receiver Sam Willis, but the great deflection by J.J. Smith incomplete. So 4th down, DeQueen cannot move the ball for the first down, so Monticello takes over 1st and 10 through 19, left hash mark of the field. Here's the ball handed off, sweeping to the right side goes Brishan Matthews. Brishan Matthews rose to the right side across the 20, and he is hit at about the 22. Making the stop on the play for the DeQueen Leopards is Grant Dooley, the 6'2", 107-pound defensive back. He made a big tackle that time, but it's a pickup of 3 on the play, and that will bring up a 2nd down and 7. Let's go to the DeQueen Leopards side of the field in Lewis Ambers.
Well, Mike, White, he needs to touch the ball a little bit more, and Monticello is just shutting down the line of scrimmage, and their linebackers is helping the defensive back so that they're not being able to get too much room in the running area. Back up to you.
Here's the ball handed off to the wingback, Brian Hanley, who scored a touchdown early in the first quarter, and Hanley gets across the 30-25 out to the 28-yard line. So Hanley picks up about 6 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd down now. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 coming up for the first down for the Billies. And here's the quarterback handing off, sweeping right side again. Here is
Carmichael hands to Matthews.
to the right side is
Monticello
Brishan
first
Matthews.
down.
Matthews tries to sweep, and he gets across the 30, picks up the first down, and gets 5 more all the way out to the 35-yard line. 8:19 left to go here in this first half.
Out to the 34.
As the score is 6-0 in favor of Monticello, but another first down for the Billies. As the Billies picks up a first down. Oh, Monticello with a 6-0 lead, moving the ball down the field. Coming in this game here this afternoon, ranked number 12 in the CSN preseason top 20 high school football poll. The football at the 35-yard line, right hash mark of the field. Under center calling the signals for the Monticello offense is Joe Carmichael. Option pitch in the last moment. Fumble on the play. It's loose on the field, but it's going to be recovered by the Billies. And let's see, maybe DeQueen takes it away from the Billies. Bradley Wolf, and it's taken away by DeQueen as they wrestled it away from Wolf, and coming up with the recovery over there was, let's see who came up with a fumble recovery for the DeQueen Leopards. I believe it was Willis. So it's going to be at the 43-yard line of the Billies. So DeQueen with an excellent chance to move the ball downfield. They got a great break on the football after it was fumbled, and they recovered it, wrestling it away from Wolf, who had the ball for a second, but it popped out of his mid, and it was recovered by the Leopards. First and 10 at the 43, right hash mark of the field. Hit the ball, handed off across the 40, 35, still on his feet, and he goes down, tripping over his own feet, down to the 30-yard line. Carrying the football for the Leopards was the running back for that time for the DeQueen Leopards. Sam Willis, the 5'11", 180-pound senior, and Sam Willis scoots it all the way down to the 29-yard line, and that'll be a pickup of 14 on the play. First down for the DeQueen Leopards at the Monticello Billy 29. Two receivers out wide to the left side this time for DeQueen. Wide to the left goes Grant Dooley along with Alex Martinez. Also wide to the right side goes Greg White. Under center now. Now out of the shotgun is Irving. Out of the shotgun is Irving, and going right side is Irving. He gets by one tackler, gets by two, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown for the DeQueen Leopards.
29-yard touchdown run by the state's 100 and 200-meter champ, Jamario Irvin.
29 yards for the quarterback, Jamario Irvin, the 5'10", 190-pound senior quarterback. He broke 2 tackles at the 22 and the 20, and he went inside the 20 unscathed all the way down the right sideline for the score. And this game is tied up at 6-6 with 7:22 left to go in the first half. And now the Leopards will try to take the lead here in the first half of play. Score resulting and coming at 7:22 in this second quarter. Here's a place down, the kick is up, and the kick is no good, off to the left, but we have a flag on the field. We have a flag on the field.
We're tied at 6, but there's a flag on the play.
And let's see what the flag is going to be called, who it's going to be called against now. If this flag is against the Billies, then DeQueen will get another shot to kick for the extra point.
Roughing the kicker is the call.
Roughing the kicker penalty called against the Monticello Billies. So that means that the DeQueen Leopards will get another chance to kick this extra point and take the lead. So they're going to line up again for the extra point. This time the extra point will be kicked from the 10-yard line. The place will be down at the 10.
Will accept the penalty. The ball lies at the 1.
And now they're going to put it, they're going to scoot it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The holder for the Leopards will be Alex Martinez. And the kicker will be Raul Martinez.
To kick again.
Hey, they might be brothers. Waiting for the snap for the extra point for the Leopards. Here comes the snap. It's down. It was a high snap, but putting it down was a holder. And still kicking it through the uprights was Raul Martinez. It's good. And the DeQueen Leopards takes the lead with 7:22 left to go in the first half from Golden Line Stadium in Pine Bluff. The score, DeQueen 7 and Monticello 6. Back with more action in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic right after these words on CSN for the Pine Bluff Convention Center and Baptist Sports Medicine.
Martinez's kick. This is Christian Matthews.
Do you like this or you like the roof in baseball?
Sky kick is short and is fielded by Ryan Shaw. And he's picked up by
here comes the kickoff away, and here come the Billies bringing the ball back after that short kickoff by the Queen. And the Billies will have the football at the 36-yard line after the kickoff by the Queen Leopards. If you just joined us, 7:17 left in the first half here at Golden Lion Stadium on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. And it's the Queen leading 7-6 over the Monticello Billies. So Monticello will take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Monticello quarterback.
1st and 10 at the 36. Here's the roll to the right side, looking to throw. Carmichael's got a man down the field, and he overthrew his man at about the 48-yard line on the right side of the field. It was intended for the receiver in Caleb Bryant, the fullback, who released out of the backfield, and he went out as a receiver to the right side, and it was a little bit too long and over his head, incomplete. So that will bring up a 2nd down and 10. We have the second game tonight after this one. Should be a good one. Star City and DeWitt will have that game for you with airtime of 7:45 tonight over many of these CSN stations. 2nd down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Sweeping left side, 40, 45, 50. Down the left sideline, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown for Monticello's Brian Hanley, the 5'9", 175-pound junior. And it's a 12-7 lead now for the Monticello Billies with 7:02 left to go in this first half. What a run by Brian Hanley, his 2nd touchdown of the game.
It's Monticello 12, the Queen 7.
Hanley with a great run as the line of scrimmage that time was a 36-yard line. That's a 74-yard run. He has had a couple of 74-yarders in this game. So he's had 2 74-yard runs and scored 2 touchdowns. Brian Hanley has scored both touchdowns for the Billies, and they lead it now 12-7. And on to try the extra point for the Billies is the kicker in Tyler Pascal. Here's a place down. The kick is up, and it is a wobbler off to the right. No good. There's a timeout on the field with 7 minutes, 2 seconds left to go in the first half from Golden Lion Stadium in Pine Bluff with the score. It's Monticello 12 and Queen 7. You're listening to the 2009 Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN. In favor of the Monticello Billies.
Marketplace Grill. Give the gift of great PlaceGrill.com.
6:56 left in this first half. As we have 6:50. Up to the line of scrimmage comes the Queen Leopards. Leopards with the football. And here's the ball handed off by Irvin. Irvin with a handoff on the draw play. Overlooked tackle across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. As carrying that football that time for the Queen Leopards. On offense with the fullback and Sam Willis. So Willis with the carry on the play. So the Leopards up to the line of scrimmage. And here's the ball handed off, going left side across the 35 out to the 38-yard line. As that ball was handed off that time to the Leopards Grant Dooley, who was playing the wingback slot that time on the left side. And he scoots it out to the 37-yard line. This game is being heard on great radio stations on the CSN Radio Network this afternoon at KQEW, located in the Fordyce Pine Bluff area, where Gary Coates is a general manager and owner, does an outstanding job. Saxon Coates is the sports director, also the voice of the Fordyce Redbugs. Here's a pitch in the backfield, sweeping to the right side, trying to turn the corner on the right side with a football was a running back, Greg White, but he was drugged down by Monticello's defender, Brendan Matthews, a 6-foot defensive back, the senior, and that's going to be a loss of a yard or two all the way back to the 35-yard line. 5:23 left to go in this football game of the first half.
The Queen looks to punt.
We have 5:05 left to go in the first half, and our score is 12-7. So the DeQueen Leopards on fourth down will have to punt the ball away. Punter back at about the 23. Here's the snap. Here comes the kick away. The kick by Irving comes down and is caught at the 28, across the 30, 35, up to the 36-yard line. It's a return of about 7 yards on the play by the return man for the Monticello Billies in Brandon Matthews. 4:46. We have 4:46 left to go in this first half of play. The score is 12-7 in favor of Monticello. Let's go down to the sideline behind the Queen bench and Lewis Ambers.
The Queen has a lot of do, but White the ball and bigger run.
And we'll go back down to Lewis momentarily, but right now we have the Billies coming up to the line of scrimmage. 4:46 left to go here in this first half of play. The Queen on defense. Here's the ball handed off. First man through as it was handed off to the fullback. And carrying the football that time for the Leopards was for Monticello that time was the fullback, and Caleb Bryant. The Leopards of the Queen was trying to come up quickly on that defensive line of scrimmage and try to just kind of plug the hole, but it's going to be up to the 37-yard line, a pickup of a yard for the fullback in Caleb Bryant, the 5'8", 207-pound senior. It'll be second down and 9 at the 37. Between both hash marks, Carmichael, the quarterback, hands it off, and that play was diagnosed by the defense of DeQueen, and shooting through there was a couple of guys for the DeQueen Leopards. Shooting in there for DeQueen and making the hit on the play was Yordi Moran, the 5'11", 220-pound linebacker. And also in there was number 50, Oscar Gonzalez, the 5'10", 210-pound linebacker. A couple of linebackers shooting in there and making the tackle on Brian Hanley, the 5'9", 175-pound junior, who's already scored 2 touchdowns in this game. We're down to 4:42 left to go in this first half of play. The football is resting at the 31-yard line as Monticello leads in this game by a score of 12-7. So 12-7 is our score as the ball is resting at the 31-yard line. Good crowd on hand. Fans still coming into the stadium here at Golden Lion Stadium here in Pine Bluff.
We have a timeout on the field, an official timeout.
We have an officials timeout for a minute, and the officials will get the game back quickly underway. Split out wide to the left side is the wide receiver, Sam Cason, the 6'4", 203-pound senior wide receiver for the Billies. In motion is a running back from right to left, going back to pass. Carmichael throws it down the field. He's got a man there. It's caught at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Touchdown for the Monticello Billies. And making the catch for the Billies was Reggie Rayford. He was the man that was in motion in the backfield, went from left to right. And then Carmichael rolled out on a play-action pass to the right side, threw it over the defender, and making the catch was Rayford for the score. And it's now 18-7 in favor of the Monticello Billies with 3:56 left to go here in the first half. So with 3:56 left to go in the first half, Monticello on top by a score of 18-7. Score comes with 3:56 left to go in this first half of play. And right now we have a timeout called by Monticello. 3:54 left to go in the first half. Let's pause with a score. It's Monticello 18 and Queen 7. Back with more of this Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic right after this 60-second word from your local station on the CSN Radio Network.
Simmons First bonus checking is one of the best bargains in Arkansas. Monticello for 2.
Monticello will go for the two-point conversion. Carmichael throws it. It's down low and catching it before it hit the grass for the two-point conversion. Over there on the right side was Brishan Matthews. Matthews did a great job coming back to catch that ball for the two-point conversion on the right side. As back to action here and going for the two-point conversion was the Monticello Billies, and running out right side was Carmichael, and he threw it and 2 yards into the end zone, diving for it, catching it before it hit the grass was Matthews, and the two-point conversion is successful for the Monticello Billies. So with 3:54 left to go here in this first half of play, it's 20-7 in favor of Monticello over the DeQueen Leopards. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification from Golden Line Stadium on the campus of the University of Arkansas in Pine Bluff. This is CSN, the Creative Sports Network.
Run by Irvin, DeQueen's only score of the first half. They line up to receive. Back deep for DeQueen is James Irvin and Corey Morgan, along with Matt McClellan. Tyler Pascal will kick for the Billies.
Well, we're getting ready for the kickoff here, and the score is 20-7. Let's go down the sideline and check in with Lewis Amberts.
Well, Mike, just did not up the pass. He had an interception on his mind all the way. Last year, DeQueen was not a very good team at defending the ball. And this year, it's starting out the same way. But he's got to play the ball and not let the man get in front of him.
Okay, Lewis, thank you very much down there on the sideline. As Lewis Amberts on the sideline. Once again this year on the CSN Radio Network. Here's a kick away, and here's a kick going out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Trying to go over there and make the catch for the DeQueen Leopards was James Mathis, but it went out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty flag and a mark-off against Monticello. So that means that around the 40-yard line is where the Leopards will get the football with 3:54 left to go in this first half of play. Well, it was a close game at the end of one quarter play.
Coming up first at halftime,
7-6. The DeQueen Leopards had the lead, but in the second quarter, the Monticello Billies have outscored DeQueen 14-0. So what the Leopards have to do for DeQueen to score here before the first half is over to make it close as we go to the second half. Because the Leopards get the football first in the third quarter. Here's the ball handed off, twisting and turning, breaking one tackler, breaking two across the 40 out to the 43-yard line. Carrying the football for the DeQueen Leopards on the play was the fullback for the DeQueen Leopards, and Sam Willis. So Willis goes all the way out to the 44, picks up 8 on the play. 3:29 left to go here in this first half.
Cherry limeade. It's not just good. It's
Up
a
to the line
Sonic
of
Cherry
scrimmage.
limeade chiller. It's Sonic good.
And up to the line of scrimmage comes the Leopards. Here's the Leopards with it, and Irving on a second man coming around from left to right now. Breaking through 50-yard line, 40, 35, and all the way down to the 30, and finally drugged down and out of bounds at the 25-yard line for the Leopards is Greg White. The running back, the senior 6'2", 220. There for a second, it looked like he was going to take it all the way. But the great speed in the secondary by the Billies rides down White at the 25-yard line. So it'll be a first down in this football game for the DeQueen Leopards. 2:59 left to go here in this first half. Breaking the huddle up to the line of scrimmage come the Leopards. Two receivers out to the right, one to the left. Out of the shotgun is Jamaro Irvin, the quarterback. And here's a snap, and he gets to the running back, and running with the football for the Leopards is the running back there in Corey Morgan. Morgan is going to be hit inside the 25 down to about the 24-yard line, close to the 23. Down to 2:32 left to go here in the first half. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll give you the halftime stats. Also have the scoring summary, have scoring highlights, and have a special guest at halftime right here on CSN. And this SimmonsFirstHoot.com Kickoff Classic. Two receivers wide to the left. In tight on the right side is the wing back. Now here's the ball handed off, and the runner is pushed back for no gain. As the ball was handed off that time to the fullback, and Sam Willis shooting through there, making the hit on the play for the Monticello Billies was Greg Patterson, as he was there to make the hit on the play. Down to 1:48 left to go here in the first half. The football is resting at the 26-yard line, down to 1:42, 1:41, 1:40. The clock ticking away here in this first half of play. Split out wide to the left side goes the receiver in Grant Dooley. Under center is Irvin. Irvin goes back 3 steps, looks to throw, runs to the football inside the 30, 25, 20. Still on his feet, inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. He's just shy of the first down marker at the 15. They spotted at the 17-yard line. And Tilly in there making the stop on the play for the Monticello Billies. Also Mike Sawyer in there on the play. So the football at the 17-yard line. Less than a minute to go here in the first half. Less than a minute to go. The score is 20-7. DeQueen. Fans come to their feet. They need a score. They want a score here in the first half before this first half is over. Now the Leopards break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Split out wide right side goes Grant Dooley. In motion from right to left. That is Morgan. Here's the ball handed off inside the 15, and it's a first down for the DeQueen Leopards. As the ball was handed off that time to the running back Greg White, and White went over right tackle and picked up a first down all the way to the 14, picking up a total of 3 yards. And it's a first down for the Leopards at the Monticello Billy 14-yard line. 28 seconds left. DeQueen has to hurry to get this in the end zone. 1st and 10 at the 14 of Monticello. Under center Irving looks to throw. He passes. Throws a pass. He's got a man there, and it is incomplete in the back corner of the end zone. In the right corner of the end zone, it was intended for the receiver in Grant Dooley. Defending back there on the play for the Billies was Brescian Matthews along with Javin Mitchell. We're down to 14 seconds left to go in the first half of this game. 14 seconds left. As we're down to 14 seconds left to go in the first half. And it's 20-7 in favor of the Monticello Billies. Two receivers wide left. Those two receivers wide left, it's Martinez and Dooley. 2nd and 10 at the 14. A broken play, so the quarterback will have to run with the football straight up the middle. Is the quarterback in Jamaro Irving, and Irving takes it down to about the 11, picks up 3 on the play. So we have 8 seconds left to go in the first half at the 11. Timeout is called by the DeQueen Leopards. So DeQueen will take a timeout with 8 seconds left to go. We'll hold it right here and go down to Lewis Sambers on the sideline. And Lewis, what's your impressions of this game so far?
Well, Mike, I think it's mostly a power game. It's been a power struggle in the trenches. But now they got to have any kind of points. And it looks more like a field goal is in the making. And I think that they'll try to take that field goal, take the points, and that will be the biggest out right now. Back up to you.
Okay, Lewis, thank you very much for that report down there on the sideline. We have 8 seconds left to go in the first half, and our score is 20-7 in favor of the Monticello Billies coming in this game ranked 12th in the CSN Top 20 High School preseason football poll that was released earlier this morning. And the DeQueen Leopards are ranked at number 21. Monticello with a 13-point lead here in the first half, 20-7.
It's third down.
DeQueen trying to get the ball in the end zone and get on the scoreboard with only 8 seconds left. They'll have one shot, maybe 2 shots at it here. Out of the shotgun, it goes back now to the quarterback. Irving throws a pass over the middle. It's incomplete. A slanting over, setting him up on the right side. A right slant was over the middle and was intended for the receiver for the Leopards in Grant Dooley. He was double covered over the middle, incomplete. And if Dooley wouldn't have gone too far in the middle of that defense, and if the pass is back about 5 yards, he might have scored. So now we're going to have a field goal try by the DeQueen Leopards. A field goal by Raul Martinez. Alex Martinez, the holder. The place will be down at the 18, right hash mark of the field, as this will be a 28-yard field goal. Here's a place down. The kick is up, and it's partially blocked. It is blocked by Monticello's Brishan Matthews. Brishan Matthews, the defensive back, blocks it, and we've come to the end of the first half in the first of 6 games in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic to open up the 2009 high school football season. As both teams are headed to the locker room here at halftime, our score from Golden Line Stadium on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. It's the Monticello Billies 20 and the DeQueen Leopards 7. We'll be back with our halftime in just a moment right after these words for John Miller Tire Company, Complete Home Care Supply, and Hooten Football Magazine. Is Bob Purvis of the Pine Bluff Convention Center, one of the sponsors of the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic, and also one of our sponsors here on the CSN Radio Network. Bob, glad to have you with us here tonight.
Thanks, Mike. Glad to have you guys up here in Pine Bluff tonight. Looks like a great night for football, isn't it?
We love to come to Pine Bluff. All those times over at the Pine Bluff Convention Center, great venue over there.
Folks here in Pine Bluff know the word hospitality. They know how to make it happen right, and of course, sports is a big part of our whole life here in Pine Bluff, and we've got some great venues for it. You know, this stadium. Wow, have you ever seen a better small college football stadium anywhere in the United States?
It is great. And the
this,
press box is great, too, isn't it, Bob?
Really good press box, man. This is the first time anybody has walked on this field this year. I mean, they have kept this field pristine for this game.
What's your impression of the first half?
You know, good competitive first half, Mike. I was, obviously a little disappointed when you see them get down and have a chance to really pull the game closer and it not happen. But, I think DeQueen has done a pretty good job of hanging with them because I think Monticello is heavily favored after the way they played last year and the way they're expected to play this year. So, I don't think they're too disappointed yet, and they're still within 1 or 2 mistakes or big breaks of making this a real interesting game.
They get the football first in the third quarter. That could make it 20-14. Before you know it, we've got a game.
Yeah, it can happen real quick. But, boy, isn't this DeQueen crowd impressive? These folks go a long ways to come over here.
It is.
They follow their football.
Both sides look pretty good with this first game.
And Monticello, of course, they got a big crowd. They're just down the road. But it's a great night. Football is officially started in Arkansas. It's a Simmons First Hooten's Classic.
Did you play football growing up?
No, I was in the band. I was one of those fools out there marching up and down making noise. I'm too clumsy to play football.
Oh, man. Tell us about the Pine Bluff Convention Center and some of the things y'all have planned in the near future.
Well, we've got, we're hoping that we'll have some more basketball tournaments next year. We know we'll have a couple, and we're working on a Christmas holiday classic right now. I don't know all the details yet, but maybe be able to put some holiday basketball again in Pine Bluff. We'll be busy throughout the fall, which is our business, which is conventions and that sort of thing. And then come spring, we'll start in with the state gymnastics championships and a number of other activities. So we're staying busy over there.
When you talk about the basketball, you're talking about putting together a basketball classic. I remember years ago, the King Cotton. That was we did that too years ago, and that was outstanding, big crowds.
Oh yeah, when King Cotton was young, when it was new, it was the only high school classic of its kind in the entire country, and some of the very top high school teams from all 50 states were here. As time went by, it was on ESPN, broadcast live its first few years. Right. As time went by, other people picked up on the idea, and I think when when King Cotton had finally run its course, I think we counted there were 50 high school tournaments going on during the Christmas holidays around the country. So, but it had a good run, and there's some folks that are looking at the idea of trying to do something like that again.
Great.
Never be as big as King Cotton was, because it was the first, it was the pioneer, but we keep looking at that kind of activity.
Right. I remember dealing with Travis Creed a lot of times in the past.
Travis, he hung in there for, I think, what, 11, 12 years doing that King Cotton Classic.
Did a great job. I tell you what, it's a pleasure to be here, Bob. And how many years have you been at the convention center?
I've been here 11 years now.
11 years.
I think we've worked together every one of those at some event or another. So I really appreciate what you guys do at Creative Sports. Y'all do a great job, especially with high school sports in Arkansas. Getting the word out to places that it might not get otherwise.
Right.
And we really appreciate you all being here in Pine Bluff and helping us invite folks to come and see us.
Well, we appreciate you, Bob, and people like you make it possible. Without people like you, we would not be able to be here tonight. In Conway, Fordyce, Russellville, Crossett, also Walnut Ridge, and also worldwide on the internet at csnsports.com. And we'll thank you and everyone at the Pine Bluff Convention Center making this happen. And also, we appreciate the long relationship we've had.
We do. We appreciate it again. Come back soon.
Okay, thank you. But Bob Purvis, one of the All-Americans here in the state of Arkansas. Bob Purvis, our guest here at halftime, the general manager of the Pine Bluff Convention Center. Back with more here at halftime right after this 2-minute break from your local station. You're listening to the 2009 SimmonsFirstHooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN. Back here at halftime, our halftime score here at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff at Golden Line Stadium. It's the Monticello Billies 20 and the DeQueen Leopards 7 in our first of 6 SimmonsFirstHooten.com Kickoff Classics. Our second game tonight will have Star City going up against DeQueen. Right now, the Monticello Billy High School Marching Band is performing down on the field. Let's go down and hear some of the sounds of the Monticello Billy Marching Band. In favor of the Monticello Billies. The Billies scored first, leading 6-0. DeQueen had one lead in this game. That was at 7-6. That was in the second quarter. And then the Billies reeled off 2 straight touchdowns, and they lead here at halftime by a score of 20-7 as we get set for the third quarter of this game here tonight here on the CSN Radio Network. We'd like to salute our stations around the state carrying this game on the Creative Sports Radio Network. We'd like to welcome the listeners listening in on the flagship station of the Creative Sports Radio Network, KASR 92.7 FM in the Conway, Little Rock, Arkansas area. Also, we'd like to salute KQEW 102.3 FM in Fordyce, where Gary Coates is a general manager and owner and Saxon Coates is a sports director. We've been associated with KQEW for a long time. They're good friends of the CSN Radio Network. In fact, they're like brothers, and they do a outstanding job down there. KQEW, a longtime affiliate of the CSN Radio Network in Fordyce. Would like to welcome all the listeners in the Fordyce area in Redbud Country. Also, KARV in Russellville carrying this game tonight on KARV 610 AM. That's 610 AM on the radio dial in the Russellville area. Also, KAGH in Crossett carrying this game on KAGH 800 AM and also KAGH 104.9 FM. And this game has been heard on Waxman Radio in Walnut Ridge at 1710 AM and Walnut Ridge. Also on the internet at www.waxmanradio.net, where Dennis Mitchell has been up there in the Walnut Ridge Hoxie area for a long, long time, and we're glad everybody listens in on that fine internet and radio station up there. And also, this game is being heard worldwide on the internet at www.csnsports.com. Well, the Monticello Billies are getting ready to tee it up and kick it off to the DeQueen Leopards, as we're getting set to start this third quarter underway here tonight in this game between these two teams. Monticello getting ready to kick it off. And here comes the kickoff away. It'll be a short kick. It'll be called at about the 24-yard line, across the 25, the 30, out to the 31. And returning that kickoff back for the DeQueen Leopards is Clint Huddleston. And he will return the kickoff back. Actually, it's not Huddleston, it's Peyton Covington, the 6'2" and 5-pound junior, bringing that ball back to about the 31-yard line. So we're underway in the third quarter. By the way, the second game was supposed to start at 7:45 tonight. Folks, that's only 32 minutes from now, so it looks like we're going to be running late tonight for that game. It'd probably be around 8:30 to 8:45. Here's the quarterback rolling left side, and Jamaro Irving is tackled on the play. He is tackled at about the 29. That's going to be a loss of 2 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a second down now. 2nd and 12 coming up as we're underway here in the third quarter of this game. The football is resting at the 29-yard line, at the 29. Between both hash marks, the football, as two receivers split out wide to the left side. Under center calling the signals. Now here is a double handoff from the quarterback Irving, coming around the right side from right to left with the end around across the 30 out to the 33. Carrying the football that time for the DeQueen Leopards. On the play is DeQueen's halfback and Corey Morgan. Morgan gets out to the 33-yard line. 10:56 left to go in this third quarter play. And in this third quarter, DeQueen needs to get on the scoreboard to have a chance to win this football game in his Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. From the 34-yard line, left hash mark of the field. And here going back, Irving rolling out to the right side, looking to throw. He's being pursued. He's going to be dragged down at the 21-yard line. Shooting through there for the Billies is Javin Mitchell. The 5'8", 152-pound defensive back, the senior, just threw down the quarterback, Irving, for a loss all the way back to the 23. So this will bring up a fourth down, 4th and 17. And the Leopards will have to punt it away to the Billies. Back to receive this punt for the Monticello Billies will be Brandon Matthews, flanked back at about his 40-yard line. Waiting for the snap is Irvin. Here's the snap and the kick by Irvin. A short kick off the side of his foot, hits at the 40. Gets a DeQueen roll up the field across the 45, the 50, and finally across the 50 into Billy territory at the 49-yard line. So the Billies of Monticello, ranked 12th this week in the CSN Top 20 poll, will get the football at the 49-yard line. 9:41 left to go in this third quarter. And the Billies will try to add to this lead. So the Billies with the football at their own 49-yard line. They'll get the football at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10. Working out the pro high formation now. Under center now. Calling the signals is the quarterback Carmichael. Flips it to the right side and sweeping right side across midfield. Inside the territory of DeQueen, and it's going to go to the right side and inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Is ran that football that time for Monticello. On the pitch was Brescian Matthews, the wingback, and he takes it down to the 42. He'll pick up about 8 yards on the play. This will bring up 2nd and a short 2 to go to pick up the first down. The football is resting at the 42-yard line, right hash mark of the field at the Queen 42-yard line. Under center, Carmichael hands it off now. Going to the left side goes Hanley. Hanley trying to sweep to the left side like he was doing effectively in the first half. But this time, the Queen defense kind of focuses on him and does not let him get very much at all. He gets maybe a yard down to the 41-yard line. 9:41 left to go in the third quarter play. 20-7 in favor of the Monticello Billies. Billies with a 2-touchdown lead. They lead at 20-7 with 9 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. And now here's a quarterback breaking through, and we have a whistle. And the play will be ruled dead. So the play will be ruled dead with 8:54 left to go in this third quarter. And the football is going to be offsides. They say penalty, offsides against the Monticello Billies. So a 5-yard mark off against the Billies back upfield to the 46. And this will bring up a third down now. Third down and about 6 to go to pick up the first down. 8:54 left to go in the third quarter. Monticello clinging to a 2-touchdown lead. They lead by 13 at 20-7 here in the third quarter of play. Billy's up to the line of scrimmage. Under center now is a quarterback, and Joe Carmichael sweeping. He hands the ball to the end around. Now going to the right is Matthews. He decides to go to the left, and Matthews is going to be tackled and hit on the play at about the 47. A big hit, then a big lick that time by the Queen defense.
Taken down by number 82, Mitchell Morris.
Making the hit on the play for the Queen on the play was Mitchell Morris, 6'2", 250, the defensive end senior. So he gets Matthews for a loss all the way back to about the 46-yard line. That'll bring up a fourth down now. 4th and 13, and the Billies will have to go back in punt formation. So the Billies back in punt formation.
For the Billies' first punt of the night.
And back in punt formation will be Zach Robinson. Here comes a kick by Robinson, and here's a catch made over there on the right side by Dooley. Dooley tries to go right side. We have a flag on the field. Now Dooley goes to the left, and where he was tackled all the way back to the 20-yard line. But we have a flag on the field at about the 23. And let's see what this indication is going to be with 7:33. As we have 7:33 left to go here in the third quarter of this game. 7:33 left in the third quarter. Let's go to the Billy sideline on the far side of the field in Lewis Ambers.
Well, the Billies continue to play good special team coverage, and also the tackling is going well for them. And the Queen has got to find a way to come up with a big play. And this is a crucial second half here. You look for them to open up with some tricks. Back up to you.
Okay, Lewis, thank you very much on that report on the far side of the field. Well, the key to this game is, can the DeQueen Leopards get their offense on track here in the second half? Now we have a penalty, and it's going to be marked off against the DeQueen Leopards. So the Leopards will get it 1st and 10 at their own 12 with 7:33 left to go here in this third quarter. So the Leopards under center as a quarterback. And here is Irvin, hands the ball off. He gives to his big bruising fullback across the 15 out to the 20-yard line. Carry the football this time for the DeQueen Leopards is the fullback, and Jordy Moran. Moran in there at fullback here in the third quarter play, as Sam Willis was the starting quarterback, the starting fullback in the first half. So now it's Jordy Moran getting the call, and he takes it out to the 20-yard line for a pickup of about 7. This will bring up a 2nd and 3 now at the 20-yard line. And here's an end around. It's handed off now. It goes to the running back. And Mathis, from right to left, gets it across the 20 out to the 23-yard line. Joe Carmichael in there making the stop on the play. for the Monticello Billies. Down to 6:39 left here in this third quarter. The ball is resting at the 22. That was a pickup of 2. This will bring up a 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1 at the 22-yard line, left hash mark of the field, as the DeQueen Leopards break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Under center, calling the signals now is Jamaro Irvin. Irvin, the quarterback, and we're going to have all sides against one of the linebackers for the Billies. So that's going to be all sides against Monticello's linebacker in Jay Jeffers, the 5'11", 211-pound senior linebacker. So that'll be a 5-yard mark-off. And that'll move the ball upfield across the 25 to the 26-yard line. 6:09 left to go in this third quarter. Monticello with a 13-point lead at 20-7. Here comes the Leopards up to the line of scrimmage on a 1st and 10 after that penalty. And that 5-yard penalty gave the Leopards a 1st down at the 26 on the left hash mark of the pitch in the backfield, looking for a blocker across the 30 and scooting up to the 33-yard line. And up to the 33, and it's going to be a pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play by Greg White, as White scoots it across the 30 to the 33. So that'll be a pickup of 7. That'll bring up a 2nd and 3 with 5.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Both teams keeping it on the ground to start this third quarter play. It'll be 2nd down coming, 2nd down and about 3. And here's Irving, hands the ball off to the fullback, the bruising fullback, who is Yordi Moran, takes it across the 35 and scoots it all the way up to the 39-yard line. 1st down for the DeQueen Leopards. So the Leopards trying to establish the ground game and the ground attack here in this third quarter of play with 5:14 left in the third quarter. The football is just resting, and the nose of the football just shy of the 39-yard line, just inside the left hash mark of the field. Split wide to the right side goes the wide receiver in Dooley. Now here's a quarterback pitch in the backfield, double handoff, sweeping to the left side, and a blocker in front of him, and here's a good block at the 40-yard line across the 40 and up to the 43. Carrying the football is Corey Morgan. So Morgan with the handoff, the halfback, 5'8", 175, the junior, and he scoots it across the 40 to the 44, and that will be a pickup of 5 on the play. 4:44 left to go in the third quarter. From Golden Lion Stadium in Pine Bluff, the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic, now in its 10th year of this Kickoff Classic. It started in 2000 with an idea by Chad Hooten, and also the coach at that time up in Northwest Arkansas was Springdale, and a guy by the name of Gus Malzahn, who's now the offensive coordinator for the Auburn Tigers. Back in 2000, they had an idea. Gus Malzahn and the Hooten boys, Chad and Chris Hooten, off the Hooten Football Magazine, and it came to light in 2000. Those games that first year was played on the campus at the University of Central Arkansas at Estes Stadium. And I recall in one game it was something, I think it was Osceola and Springdale, was something like scoring that game was like 44-43. Going back to pass as a quarterback. Here's a play action pass over the middle. It's caught at the midfield strike. Gets a blocker inside the 45, down the right sideline, the 40 at the 35, and pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line goes Greg White, the senior running back, and a big gainer for the DeQueen Leopards. And the Leopards are showing life here in the third quarter, and it's a 1st down inside the 30 at the Monticello Billy 29-yard line. So it's a 1st down, 3:35 left to go in this third quarter of play, as the DeQueen Leopards are moving it down the field, and they will have the football 1st and 10 and the right hash mark of the field at the 29. 3:35 left in this third quarter. Under center, calling the signals now is Irving. Irving with the football, right hash mark of the field, 1st and 10. Here's a fake handoff. Now Irving carries it inside the 20, inside the 15, turns it all the way down to the 13-yard line. All the way down to the 13. Then they say the ball's going to be spotted at the 18-yard line, so he went down first at the 18. And that's going to be a big gainer for a first down. So it'll be a first down for the DeQueen Leopards at the 18-yard line of the Monticello Billies. 3:15 left to go in this third quarter. At the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff or end around from right to left, inside the 15, inside the 10. Down to the 5-yard line goes the running back, Greg White. And the DeQueen Leopards are showing business here with their rushing attack here in this third quarter. And they are mixing it up and getting the plays they need, and it's all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that will be down to the 5, and that's enough for a DeQueen Leopard first down. So it's a first down for the Leopards. 1st and goal at the Monticello Billy 5-yard line. The Leopards break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage, led by the quarterback. Under center now. Here's the ball handed off now inside the 5, the 4, the 3, and pushed back as the ball was handed off that time to the running back at Corey Morgan. And Morgan was pushed back at about the 3-yard line, making the hit on the play for the Billies was Ryan Shaw, the 5'11", 190-pound defensive back, the senior, at about the 3. But forward momentum took him down to the 2 for Morgan, so it's going to be a pickup with 3 yards on the play. And this will bring up a 2nd and goal at the 2. Checking in now for DeQueen will be James Mathis, along with Aaron Smith at a tight end for the DeQueen Leopards. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 2. Irving under center, hands the ball off, and it goes to the keeper inside the 2, the 1. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown on a quarterback keeper by Irvin, the quarterback for the DeQueen Leopards, and the Leopards on the scoreboard with 1:55 left to go in the third quarter. It's now 20-13. So the Leopards within a touchdown now. And on the try for the extra point will be the kicker, and Raul Ramirez. Ramirez will put his foot into it, and it is blocked. And the block by the Monticello Billies, Reggie Rayford. And with 1:55 left to go in this third quarter, as we pause from Golden Line Stadium, our score is the Monticello Billies 20 and the DeQueen Leopards 13. Back with the Leopards kickoff in just a moment, after we pause for this 60-second word on the CSN Radio Network for the John Miller Tire Company and Complete Home Care Supply.
Proud title sponsors of the Simmons First, Hootens.com.
Not right now, but whenever.
Ryan Hornley will be the deep man in the receiving formation for Monticello.
Too much Pepsi. Here comes the kickoff away. It's caught at the 13 across the 15, the 20. Out to the left side goes Hanley. Hanley across the 25. He's across the 30 and out to the 33-yard line. Ryan Hanley nearly broke it over on the left side, but coming over to make the hit on him for the DeQueen Leopards on the play was Marcus Miller, the 6', 225-pound sophomore. So the football is resting at the 33-yard line. The Monticello Billies will put it in play as they lead it 20-13 with 1:45 left here in the third quarter. Billies up to the line of scrimmage. Under center calling the signals. Here now is the quarterback Carmichael, hands the ball off to his fullback, and up to about the 35, picking up 2 yards on the play is that bruising fullback for the Monticello Billies, and Caleb Bryant, the 5'8", 207-pound senior. So a pickup of 2. This will bring up a 2nd down and 8. Football on the left hash mark of the field for the Billies. They lead in the game by a score 20-13 with 1:21 left in the third quarter. Splitting out wide to the right side is the receiver in Tyler Pascal. Another man in motion from left to right. Here's the ball handed off. It goes to Brian Henley, the wingback, and he's going to be hit at about the 36 for a pickup of a yard on the play. Down to 1:02, down to less than 1 minute to go in this third quarter. Down to 50 seconds left to go. And up to the line of scrimmage come the Billies of Monticello. Man in motion from left to right. Back to throw. Looks to throw. Here's a pass over the middle. It's caught by Hanley at the 43. Hanley makes the catch. Good throw there over the middle by Carmichael, the quarterback. And Hanley makes the catch at the 42-yard line. Down to 19 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. It'll be fourth down coming. Fourth and less than a yard to pick up the first down for the Monticello Billies. And I don't think we'll have another play off here in this third quarter, and that will be the final play of this third quarter. We played 3 quarters, and at the end of 3 quarters of play, our score from Golden Lion Stadium in Pine Bluff, it's the Monticello Billies 20 and the DeQueen Leopards 13. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment, right after this word on CSN for Hooten's Football Magazine.
Fourth down and a yard to go as we start the fourth quarter of this game.
We start the fourth quarter, and here is Monticello on a 4th and 1. Going right side is Matthews, and Matthews will pick up the first down across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. So at the 46 is where the football will be resting on a first down for the Monticello Billies. As the Billies up to the line of scrimmage after picking up that first down, right hash mark of the field. Split out wide to the right side for the Billies is Sam Kaysen, the wide receiver over there. And here the ball is handed off, going left side, trying to pick up some more coverage and more yards is Brian Hanley, who has already scored 2 touchdowns in this game. And he was hit on the play at the 48. So that will be a pickup of 2 yards on the play, and this will bring up a second down and 8 with 11:17 left to go in this football game. Man in motion. Now here is Carmichael, hands the ball off. Straight up the middle is a big fullback across the 50, the 45, the 40. Fumble on the play by the fullback, Caleb Bryant. And it's loose on the field at about the 37-yard line, but it's going to be recovered by Bryant. He recovered his own fumble. So the Billies keep possession of the football, and the football is at the 37 with 10:47 left to go in this game.
15-yard pickup on the play.
So the Monticello Billies will have it first and 10 at the 37-yard line off the DeQueen Leopards. Football at the 37 it's just inside the left hash mark. Under center now is Carmichael. Man in motion now, and here's Carmichael going back to pass. He's got a man there. It is intercepted. Getting the interception on the play is Dooley. Dooley across the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, 30. We have a flag thrown on the field. He's across the 35 and all the way out to the 40-yard line. But we have a flag on the field all the way back down the field at the 20. And we could have a clipping here against the DeQueen Leopards. Let's wait and see.
After the 15-yard
Well, a
penalty,
block in the back, which
set to
means
get
a
the
clip.
clean.
And the officials are conferring right now. Let's see what we got.
And it will give the Leopards the football.
It's going to be a pushing off a personal foul called against the Queen Leopards. Once they got the football, they had a block in the back, a legal block, and that'll be a 10-yard mark off against the Queen Leopards, and the Leopards will get the football, and there's the mark off, and it goes all the way back down to the 10-yard line. The infraction was at the 20.
First and 10 for the Leopards after the turnover at the 10-yard line.
It's first and 10 at the 10-yard line for the Queen Leopards. And right now we have a timeout called by the Queen Leopards. We have 10 minutes, 13 seconds left to play in this football game. Let's pause with a score. It's Monticello 20 and Queen 13. You're listening to the 2009 Simmons First National Hooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN.
The Simmons First Visa card has been proclaimed nationally as one of the best bargains in America. It's the Visa card from Simmons First. Hooten, upended by number 5, Richard Matthews, after a pickup of 7 yards to the 17-yard line.
We are down to 10:07 left to go in this game, as it is a 20-13 lead in this game for the Monticello Billies. The Queen Leopards with the football at the 17-yard line. On that timeout while we went away, it was a pickup of 8 on the play for the Queen Leopards. The Leopards down by a touchdown. 10:07 left to go in the game. Under center calling the signals is the quarterback. And here's the option keeper, and out to the 19-yard line goes the quarterback for the Queen Leopards in Jamaro Irving, the 5'9", 5'10", 190-pound senior. 9:50 left to go in this football game. 2013 as the Queen trails by a touchdown, as Monticello is trying to hold on here, but the Queen looking to tie this game up here in the fourth quarter. After this next play, we'll go down the sideline and check in with Lewis Ambers. Under center now is Irving. Irving on the quarterback sneak, and he will go across the 20 and pick up the first down all the way out to the 21-yard line. Let's go down to the Queen side of the field and Lewis Ambers.
Aaron Riley on the tackle for the Billies.
With one of the
He's having trouble down there. We'll try to get back to him momentarily. We have 9:19 left to go here in this football game, and the score is 20-13. Breaking the huddle is the Queen Leopards up to the line of scrimmage, led by their quarterback in Jamaro Irving. Irving hands the ball off, twisting and turning across the 20 out to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of about 4 yards on the play by the fullback in Sam Willis. So Willis picks up 4. 8:52 left to go in this game. What's been effective for the Queen Leopards in the second half has been their rushing offense, as they have kept it on the ground, and that's how they scored their last touchdown. earlier in this second half to make it 20-13 just a few moments ago. So it's second down and 6 at the 25-yard line. Under center now as the quarterback in Irving turns around, hands it off to the second man coming through across the 25 out to the 28. And out to the 28-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 3 yards on the play.
Met by number 57, Troy Brunson.
Running back Greg White got that call that time, the 6'2", 220-pound senior, and he scooted it out to the 28-yard line. This will bring up a third down now. Third down coming. 3rd and 4 at the 27. Split out wide right side goes Dooley. Dooley wide to the right. That's Grant Dooley. Under center on a 3rd and 4. Here's a pitch in the backfield. And here twisting and turning and up to the 20 goes the running back in Greg White again. He gets out to the 30. It'll be 4th and 1. 7:37 left to go in the game, and we might see the DeQueen Leopards go for it. 4th and 1 here. 4th and 1. Actually, it's 4th and 1 at the 30-yard line, and the DeQueen Leopards will go for it on 4th and 1 on a big play here in the fourth quarter with 7:17 left to play. They know they have to move it down the field and keep the football. 4th and 1. Irving calling the signals, looking over the defense of Monticello. And Irving wants a timeout to talk it over.
And now before the play clock.
So with 7:04 left to go in this football game from Golden Line Stadium in Pine Bluff, the score. It's Monticello 20, and it's DeQueen 13. Back with more in just a moment on the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. Right after these words for Simmons First National Bank and the Pine Bluff Convention Center.
Bulldogs of Star City.
Here's the ball handed off, sweeping to the right side and losing some yardage. He is the running back that time, and Greg White. White loses. He loses about 2 yards on the play. And on a 4th and 1, they were going for it, and they gave it to White, and White was hit, and he lost a yard on the play. So it will be the Monticello Billies football. So on a 4th and 1, sweeping right side, Greg White, and he is short. In fact, he lost a yard back to the 29-yard line, so the ball goes over to the Monticello Billies with 6:58 left to go in this football game. So the Billies with it, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at the DeQueen Leopard 29-yard line. Under center is Joe Carmichael calling the signals, rolling out right side, looks to throw. He is going to be pursued, and he is going to be tackled at about the 30-yard line, and he might have lost a yard back at the 30 on the play. Shooting through there, making the hit on the play was Dooley as he made the hit for the DeQueen Leopards. So that's going to be a loss of a yard on the play, and that will bring the ball spotted down at the 30-yard line. So this will bring up a 2nd down and 11 at the 30 off DeQueen. DeQueen needs the football. They trail by a touchdown at 20-13 with 6:14 left to go in the game. Under center calling the signals. Here's the ball handed off to the bruising fullback straight up the middle. It's handed off to Caleb Bryant, the 5'8", 207-pound senior, and Bryant scoots it inside the 30, takes it all the way down inside the 30-yard line and all the way down inside the 25 to the 21-yard line as he came up with a big 9-yard plunge, and this will bring it up 3rd down now, 3rd and 2 for Monticello. 3rd and 2 coming up, 5:42 left to play in this game. DeQueen looking for a big stop here. Monticello looking for a big 1st down. Here's a ball. We have a flag and before the snap, and so let's see what the indication is going to be. It looks like Monticello jumped off sides. Let's wait and see. Here comes the indication. It's off sides against the Monticello Billies. So that will be a 5-yard mark-off against the Billies. And that will bring the ball back to the 27-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and 8.
Just
Big break there for the DeQueen Leopards. And now they have to come up with a big play here on 3rd down and 8. 5:27 to 5:26, 5:25. Clock rolling down here in the game. Under center now is Carmichael. Carmichael rolls out right side, looks to throw, throws a pass, and it is off the fingertips at about the 15-yard line. Cutting over the middle was the receiver in Christian Matthews. Defending on the play for the DeQueen Leopards on the play was a couple of defenders. Back there covering on the play for the DeQueen Leopards was Corey Morgan. Morgan was back there. He was the guy that really stayed with Matthews that time. And this will bring up a 4th down. 4th and 8. And Monticello will go for it on a 4th and 8. 4th and 8 at the 27. Back to pass. Looking to throw. Here's a pass. It is caught. And twisting and turning inside the 20, inside the 15. And all the way side, hit down at about the 17-yard line. And that'll be enough for a 1st down for the Billies.
Greg Wright makes the stop for DeQueen.
Big play on a screen pass over the middle to the fullback, Caleb Bryant, as he made the catch at the 25 and went all the way down inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. So we have 5:02 left to go in this game. And the Billies down to the DeQueen Leopard 17, where it'll be 1st and 10 now. 1st and 10 for the Billies. After this next play, we'll go down to the sideline and check in with Lewis Ambers. Here's the ball handed off. It goes to the fullback and Caleb Bryant, and Bryant slides down to the 15. He got at the 15, and he will pick up 2 yards on the play at the 15-yard line. Let's go down the sideline and check in with Lewis Ambers.
Well, right now, Mike, it looks like Monticello, they're going with their power game. They got exceptional big quarterback that could play fullback, and they just going to run this time out. It's time management. Back up to you.
Billies break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage, as the Billies will have it 2nd and 7 at the, here's the ball handed off inside the 10, inside the 5, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown for the bruising fullback, Caleb Bryant, as Bryant takes it in for the Monticello Billies. And the Billies out to a 13-point lead again at 26-13 with 4:05 left to go in the game. On this offensive series coming down the field, the big man has been Caleb Bryant, and he scores and takes it in to make it 26-13 with 4:05 left to play in this game. That's going to make it tough for DeQueen. They need to score 2 times in 4:05, and that'll be tough, a tough assignment, but it's been done before. 26-13, Monticello on top by 13. And on to try for the extra point will be Tyler Pascal. Here's a place down. The kick is up by Pascal, and the kick is good.
And with 4:05 remaining.
4 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the game. Let's pause from Golden Line Stadium in Pine Bluff with a score. Monticello 27 and DeQueen 13. You're listening to the 2009 Simmons First National Bank Hooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN. Well, the score is now 27-13, a 14-point lead in the game for the Monticello Billies. Billies coming in this game ranked number 12th in the CSN preseason top 20 high school football poll this week. Here's the kick coming down. It's going to be a short kick at the 33. And Morgan gets that short kick, and he's going to be hit on the play by the Monticello Billies, Javin Mitchell. So Mitchell made the catch, made the hit, that is, after Morgan made the catch for the DeQueen Leopards. Leopards with a football, 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. 3:55 left to go in this game. Up to the line of scrimmage comes the DeQueen Leopards. 1st and 10 for the Leopards at the 31-yard line. Under center now is the quarterback rolling out right side, looking to throw is Irving. He'll run at the football right sideline across the 30, 35 to 40, and he goes out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. First down for the DeQueen Leopards. 3:48 left to go in the game. Stay tuned after the game as Lewis Sambers will be speaking with the CSN Player of the Game. CSN Player of the Game brought to you by Simmons First National Bank. So stay tuned after the game for the Simmons First National Bank Player of the Game as Lewis will speak with the Player of the Game immediately following this game at about midfield. Here's a pitch in the backfield by Irving. Irving will give it to the running back. Twisting and turning is White, and White will go over the right tackle across the 45 up to the 47-yard line. 3:41 left to play in this game. It's 27-13. A 14-point lead for the Monticello Billies. Lewis also will be trying to get a comment with the winning coach after this game. So a winning comment with the coach. And then the Simmons First National Bank CSN Star of the Game afterwards on our post-game show. And Lewis, if you're listening, make that quick with both interviews because we won't have very much time between games. Here's the ball handed off, and here going to the left side across the 45-50. Sweeping the left side across the 45 to 40, and all the way down to the 35-yard line. Carrying the football for the Queen Leopards was Corey Morgan, the halfback, and he was stopped by Joe Carmichael at the 35, so that'll be another first down for the Queen Leopards. So the Leopards moving the football effectively here in the second half as they take it down to the 35. 3:15 left to go in the game. 3:15 left. Now at the 36-yard line. And waiting for the snap. Here comes the snap away, and the ball is fake handoff going right side to Irving as he tries to turn the corner, and he's going to be hit for a loss back at the 37. Making the big hit on the play on the quarterback Irving for the Monticello defense was Jordan Tilley, the 5'10", 196-pound defensive end, the senior, and he has played a strong game here tonight for the Monticello Billies. We're down to 2:40 left to play in this game. As coming up to the line of scrimmage comes the DeQueen Leopards. 2.5 minutes left to go. Under center now, going back to pass, and Irving is tackled for a loss back at the 45-yard line. Making the big hit on the play for the Monticello Billies with the quarterback sack is Jay Jeffers, the 5'11", 211-pound linebacker, the senior. And he will get Irving for a loss all the way back to the 44-yard line, where this will bring up a third down now. 3rd and 18 for the DeQueen Leopards. 152, 151, 150. The clock rolling down here at Go-to-Line Stadium. Here's a fake handoff in the backfield. Irving rolls out right side, throws a pass. He got him at the 30 complete. We have a flag thrown at about the 40-yard line. Good catch made over there on the sideline by Dooley. Dooley makes the catch as he was hit by Joe Carmichael, but we have a flag thrown at the 42-yard line as the umpire and the referee talking about it. It's going to be a illegal receiver downfield. Illegal receiver downfield for the DeQueen Leopards. So the Leopards with an illegal receiver downfield, and that will be a mark-off against the DeQueen Leopards in this game with 1:41 left to play. Well, Monticello came in as the favorite of this game, ranked number 12th in the top 20 poll this week. And they have lived up to the billing of having a good team this year. They nearly made it all the way last year. I believe on one play they could have won. Could have gone all the way to the championship if it wasn't for one play in the semifinals. So the football is at the 48 after the mark-off on the penalty. Back upfield to the 48-yard line, where it will be third down coming. Third down and 22 yards to go to pick up the first down. 3rd and 22. This has been our longest down of the night, 3rd and 22 situation. Rolling out right side, Irving looks to throw. He's going to be pursued by 2. He's looking to throw. Goes left side. He's going to go back to the left side. Now he will throw it. It's loose. Picked up now, and finally with a fumble recovery for the Queen Leopards. Bouncing on the football for the Leopards on offense is a left tackle, Fernando Balderas, the 6 foot, 252-pound junior. But let's see. We have another indication here. And they say, no, it's going to be recovered by the Queen Leopards at the 29. So this will bring up a 4th down now. 4th and, holy cow, 4th and 45 yards to pick up the first down. The first down markers at the 26. They're at the 29. Yeah, that's 45 yards. 4th and 45, and running the football across the 35 to 40 up to the 45-yard line. Running the football, and that's going to be short of a first down as the ball was handed off to the running back in James Irving, the junior. And it's short of a first down by about something like 20 yards. So it goes over to the Billies and the Monticello Billies. The Monticello Billies are going to win this season's opener in the 2009 high school football season here at the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic, as the Monticello Billies will get the football with 37 seconds left to go in the game. So the Billies will come up to the line of scrimmage, and the Monticello Billies has a good offense this year and also a good defense, has some good quickness in the secondary. And the Billies are going to win this game. They were defeated in the Kickoff Classic last year by Valonia. And the Billies will just pounce on the football, and they will pounce on it and just take one knee down at about the 47-yard line. So the Monticello Billies are going to come up with a big victory. As the Billies got a big test in the 3rd quarter from the Queen to Queen. Made it close, 20-13. But the Billies scored a touchdown by their fullback and Caleb Bryant, and the Billies will win the season opener tonight. Down to 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The final score, Monticello 27 and Queen 13. Let's go over to the far side of the field in Lewis Ambers.
Now entering the field from the south end, from the 8th 4A conference this start.
A big victory for the Monticello Billies. And named as the CSN Simmons First National Bank Player of the Game is Brescian Matthews, the 6 foot, 180-pound running back and defensive back, the senior for the Monticello Billies. Final score in this game, it was a big victory for Monticello. Monticello 27 and the Queen 13. We'll be back and wrap up this broadcast of this game in just a moment, right after these words for Baptist Health, also Simmons First National Bank and the Pine Bluff Convention Center.
Number 2, PJ Brad.
Hey, Josh, don't play that last promo. Can you throw it to me, son? When I wrap it up, after you play the closing music, do a 1-minute countdown. We're already getting ready to kick off. Well, our final score in this first game of the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic, a big win for the Monticello Billies as 12th-ranked Monticello knocks off the Queen Leopards by the final score of 27-13. A big win here tonight for the Monticello Billies. Coming up next over many of these CSN stations, right after this break, we'll have alert your stations down the line. We'll give you a 1-minute countdown between games for our next game coming up here tonight at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff at Golden Lion Stadium. This first game of the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN was brought to you by Simmons First National Bank, by the Pine Bluff Convention Center, by Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas, by the John Miller Tire Company, by Complete Home Care Supply, and by Hooten's Football Magazine. Now this is Mike Harris along with Lewis Ambers, and also our producer and Dan Weathersby. Mike Harrison with play-by-play broadcast number 5097, saying once again the final score was Monticello 27 and DeQueen 13. So long for the CSN Network in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. A presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network, presents the Simmons First National Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. As tonight, it's the DeWitt Dragons going up against the Star City Bulldogs. Tonight's game on CSN is brought to you by Simmons First National Bank, by the Pine Bluff Convention Center, by Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas, by the John Miller Tire Company, by Complete Home Care Supply, and by Hooten's Football Magazine. A very pleasant good evening, everyone. Mike Harris along with Lewis Ambers and our producer and Dan Weathersby as we're getting set for this game between Star City and DeWitt. We'll be back with the play-by-play in just a moment right after these words on CSN for the John Miller Tire Company. Also, we'll pause for these words for Simmons First National Bank, the Pine Bluff Convention Center, and the John Miller Tire Company. Just scratch the promo, Josh. You bet. Could you go on the. Hey, we're underway. Here's a kickoff, and the kickoff coming down, and DeWitt will get the football, and they come down and move it down, pick up a first down. Here's a long pass down the field, and it's going to be intercepted by the DeWitt Dragons, and getting the interception for the DeWitt Dragons on the defense, bringing that ball back. And after the interception, it's going to be the DeWitt Dragons football. Actually, it's a Drake Snyder of Star City with that football. Now we're going to have a flag on the field. And let's see who it's going to be called. Oh, it's going to be called against Star City.
Interference call.
So DeWitt gets the football to get this game underway, the second game here tonight. First game over just a few minutes ago. It was a 27-13 win for Monticello, knocking off the DeQueen Leopards. After a penalty, the ball is going down to the 25-yard line, marked off down to the 25. And the DeWitt Dragons with the football as they break the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Wide out to the left side goes the wingback in Madison Mayfield, 5'10", 190, the senior. We'll give you the starting lineups here momentarily. Under center calling the signals is the quarterback and Gunnar Knoll. And here is the ball headed off on a draw play inside the 25, down to the 23, down to the 22, down to the 21-yard line. It'll be a pickup of about 4 yards on the play. Brent Carter, the fullback, carry the football, so he's down to the 22-yard line. Starting lineup for the DeWitt Dragons offense in this game tonight in this Simmons vs. Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. In the backfield is the quarterback, Parker Frizzell, 5'10", 150, the junior. The fullback is Dean Marks, 5'8", 155, the senior. The tailback is Carlos Clark, 5'10", 155, the sophomore. Back to pass now is Gunnar Knoll. In fact, it's Knoll, a late starter at quarterback instead of Parker Frizzell. So Knoll throws a pass to the right side. It's caught. Making the catch over there is Parker Frizzell. Frizzell, the starting quarterback, is at a wide receiver slot for the DeWitt Dragons. So that means Gunnar Knoll in there, and he will be in there several times. And Parker Frizzell, who is listed as the #1 quarterback, will play a wide receiver slot for this DeWitt Dragon offense. Checking the lineup at a tailback slot now will be Jonathan Jeffries, 5'11", 160, the sophomore. Split out wide to the left side goes Madison Mayfield. 101 coverage on Mayfield. Out to the wide side of the field. Here's the ball handed off inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line on a straight ball that went straight up, down inside the 15 down to the 14. That'll be enough for a first down for the DeWitt Dragons. Other starters for DeWitt on offense tonight. Wide receiver is Dalton Cox, 6'4", 200-pound sophomore. At right tackle is Antonio Phillips, 6 feet 280, a sophomore. The right guard, Jordan Holtzman, 5'8", 180, a junior. At center, it's Spencer Gunnell, that is, 5'9", 205, the junior. Left guard is Trevor Duncan, 5'10", 195, the sophomore. Here under center is Knoll, hands the ball off. Now going to the left side is a tailback, Carlos Clark. And Clark scoots it down to the 17 over left guard, picks up 2 yards on the play. At left tackle for DeWitt on offense is Colin Hornbeck, 5'8", 250, the senior. The tight end is Tristan Dumont, 6 feet, 200-pounder, a sophomore. Wingback is Madison Mayfield, 5'10", 190, the senior. And we gave you in the backfield, it's Knoll along with Carter and Jeffrey. So it'll be second down coming after a loss of 3. The ball is at the 17-yard line. It's 2nd and 13. And we're going to have all sides marked off against the Star City Bulldogs. So a 5-yard mark off against Star City. 5:28 left to go here in this first quarter of play. There's no score in the game. Star City nothing and DeWitt nothing. And we have offside against the Star City Bulldogs. Let's give you the Star City Bulldog defense in this game tonight. This is how their starters will start in this game on defense. The defensive end is Tyler Lewis, 6 feet, 212, the senior. The defensive tackle, David Scruggs, 5'8", 212, the junior. The nose guard, Greg Massey, 6'4", 290, the senior. And defensive end is Joe Brown, 6'4", 170, the junior. Now here's a ball handed off in the backfield. Sweeping left side is Frizzell, who is listed as a starting quarterback, goes around the left end. He takes it inside the 15, inside the 10, and all the way down to the 9-yard line before he is pushed out of bounds over there on the far side of the field. He was pushed out by the Star City Bulldogs defender on the play, and pushing him out over there for Star City was Braden James, a 5'8", 187-pound linebacker junior.
A late hit is the call.
So we have a flag on the field, and a late hit is going to be called on the play on the far side of the field. We have 5 minutes, 23 seconds. 5:23 left to go here in this first quarter of play. No score in the game, and here comes the infraction. It goes all the way down to about the 4-yard line, where it'll be first and goal now for the DeWitt Dragons. First and goal for DeWitt. Here's a ball rolling out right side. Here's a no, throwing a pass in the right corner of the end zone off the fingertips of the intended receiver. And the wide receiver, Dalton Cox, incomplete. So it goes as an incompleted pass. And that will bring it now at 2nd and 4 now. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. So the DeWitt Dragons try to take advantage of some penalties here in the first quarter. 5:18 left to go in the first quarter play as DeWitt comes up to the line of scrimmage. The football is at the 4. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Under center is no, hands the ball off, sweeping left side around the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. Over, diving over the goal, the play of the goal. It's a touchdown. Touchdown for Parker Frizzell. And the DeWitt Dragons take the lead at 6-0 with 5:13 left to go in the first quarter. So the DeWitt Dragons getting the football first, coming down the field, and they scored, and they had the ball for a total of 6 minutes and 47 seconds on the drive, and it's 6-0 in favor of the DeWitt Dragons. And now the Dragons will try for the extra point.
72, Antonio Phillips on for the extra point attempt out of the hold of Gunnar Dahl.
Here's a place down, fake. Here's a pass for the 2-point conversion. It's good. Caught for the 2-point conversion by Madison Mayfield. So Mayfield catches the 2-point conversion, and we have a timeout on the field with the score. It's the DeWitt Dragons 8 and the Star City Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back with the DeWitt Dragon kickoff in just a moment, with DeWitt on top by a score of 8-0. Now this 60-second word on your local station on the CSN Radio Network. So the DeWitt Dragons leading this game by a score of 8-0 as the Dragons getting ready to tee it up and kick it off, as it's teed up at about the 35-yard line. So the Dragons getting ready to kick it off for the DeWitt Dragons will be the kicker. And Colin Hornbeck, here comes a kick away. It's going to be a short kick at the 31 across the 35 to 40 and all the way up to about the 45-yard line. So the Star City Bulldogs with a 14-yard return. And bringing that ball back on the kickoff return for the Star City Bulldogs was Isaac Hawkins, the 5'9", 158-pound senior. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Star City Bulldogs. This game is being heard worldwide on the internet at www.csnsports.com. We use the Windows Media Player 9.0. Go to the CSN homepage, click on the upper left-hand corner where it says live broadcast, and within seconds you're with us with live coverage off the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. So the football is at the 45-yard line. Star City will come out there on offense. And Star City's quarterback tonight, starting this season, is Sage Gassaway. 5'10", 181, the senior. His running back is number 4, Demetria Goins. 5'11", 208, the junior. And the other running back is Jose Rochelle, 5'9", 202, the junior. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun is a quarterback, Gassaway. Gassaway runs with the football across the 45-50, 45-40, left sideline, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in for a score. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown for the outstanding run for Star City. And a tremendous run over there.
So the Bulldogs need one play to answer the long drive of the Dragons. A 55-yard bolt by Dimitri Goins.
So it was an outstanding run that time for the quarterback for the Star City. And Dimitri Goins, the running back, as it was handed off from Gassaway, and Goins scores from 54 yards for the score to make it 8-6. Here's a pass to the right corner of the end zone. It's good for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, we are tied. 4:56 left to go in this first half from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff Golden Lion Stadium in Pine Bluff. Our score, it is Star City 8 and DeWitt 8. Back with the kickoff in just a moment, right after this 60-second word. You're listening to the 2009 Simmons First National Bank Hooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN.
The scoring drive for Star City, 17 seconds to go 55 yards. And one play, a run by Dimitri Goins. On the 2-point run by Drew Harvey. Ties the game at 8.
Here comes the kickoff away, and the kickoff goes out of bounds. As it goes out at around the 30-yard line, they're going to spot it about, looks like maybe the 28-yard line. We have 4:56 left to go here in this first quarter of play, and we are tied at 8-8 between Star City and also DeWitt. DeWitt got the football first, marched down the field. 6 minutes and 47 seconds was the time of the possession, and they scored, and just like that, here comes Star City down quickly. And Star City had the ball for like less than 2 minutes. Actually, a minute and 49 seconds they scored, and they've just tied it up at 8-8 with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So we're tied at 8-8, and getting ready to kick the football off will be the Star City Bulldogs. And waiting for the kickoff at the 35 for Star City. Here comes a kick away, and it's a sidearm kick off the side of the foot kick, and it didn't even go 10 yards. It went 6 yards, and Star City will they kicked it off, and it was just off the side of the foot, only going 6 yards on that kickoff. And that means the DeWitt team will get the football. So DeWitt with the football, as this game is tied at 8-8 with 4:56 left to go in the first quarter play. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Lewis Ambers.
Well, both teams are showing outstanding balance. They'll be running the ball as well as putting it in the air. And this game is going rather quickly. There's not too many timeouts, and this is the type of game you like to see. Maybe the last team with the ball with the last time will win the game.
All right, it'll be 1st and 10, and here's the ball headed off.
Dean Marks, the fullback,
And
carried
the
football.
fullback will get the call.
Tackled
and
by number 54, David Scruggs for Star City.
Deanne Marks will take that football at the 40-yard line down to the 40 for a pickup of a yard. This will bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 coming up. We are in the first quarter with 4:47 left in the first quarter. We're tied. It's Star City 8 and DeWitt 8. At the 40-yard line, left hash mark of the field. 2 receivers to the left, also 1 to the right. Under center calling the signals is No. Here's No pitching in the backfield. Trying to turn the corner with the football.
Flag is down.
Here
Goalkeeper
running with the football is
Correction, that's a handoff to number 19, Parker Frizzell. The flag
and
down
Parker
on the play.
Frizzell got the handoff, and he takes it down to the 39 for only 1 yard on the play. Over there making the stop on the play for Star City. On defense was Tyler Lewis, 6 feet 212, the senior
Illegal
defensive
shift is
lineman.
the early indication against the offense.
So now the officials are conferring as we have a flag on the field at the 41-yard line. This reminder coming up this Saturday over many of these CSN stations. It's the college football game of the week. Here in Pine Bluff at Gold Line Stadium for the matchup between the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff and the University of Arkansas at Monticello.
Third down and 9 from the
It's the
39-yard
college
line.
football game of the week this Saturday between UAPB and UA Monticello. Airtime 345 on CSN. Here's a pass down the left sideline. He's got him in there. It is a somersault catch at the 25-yard line. Making the catch over his shoulder was Madison Mayfield, the 5'10", 190-pound senior. And it's a pickup of a total of 15 yards, and that's a first down for the DeWitt Dragons. So the Dragons coming up with a big, big play again. 4:14 left to go here in this first quarter. As coming up to the line of scrimmage comes DeWitt, split out wide to the left side is the wide receiver in Madison Mayfield. Here's another receiver flanked out to the right side. Here is the ball handed off inside the 25, down to the 24, down to the 23, and they push back the runner that time. And getting the handoff was a fullback and Deanne Marks. Marks hit on the play at about the 24. This will be a pickup of a yard. This will bring up a 2nd down and 9. 2nd and 9 coming up with 3:34 left to go in the first quarter. As coming out of the game and trotting to the sideline goes the wingback this time, Madison Mayfield. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Set up on the right side is the wingback, and twisting and turning or going to the right side and not getting it anywhere, losing a yard, maybe 2 on the play, was the sophomore tailback Carlos Clark, 5'10", 155, as he was hit on the play over there by that Star City defense. And Star City's defense trying to play close to the vest over there on the left side of that defense. 2:48 left to go here in this first quarter. The score is tied at 8-8. Under center calling the signals. Turning around, going back to pass, looking to throw. Here's a pass. A man is open at the 5. It's caught. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown for the DeWitt Dragons. So the Dragons with a big touchdown. Making the catch over there on that left side was Madison Mayfield. And Mayfield scores. And it's 14-8 in favor of the DeWitt Dragons with 2:32 left to go in the first quarter.
Jonathan Jeffrey is the man they're working on along the sideline.
So we're getting ready to go back to play as we have 1:37 left to go in the third period. As the DeWitt Dragons are trying to score and take advantage of that turnover just a moment ago by the Star City Bulldogs. Well, we still have a delay here with 1:37 left in this third quarter of play. The referee and the umpire conversing over there, and getting everything unraveled over there for the officials. So we have 1:37 left to go. It's 40-14, a 26-point lead in this game
First and goal for DeWitt.
for the Star City Dragons, for the Star City Bulldogs over the DeWitt Dragons. So under center, calling the signals. Gunnar Knoll rolls out left side, throws a pass. It is caught. Touchdown! 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 And it's caught by Madison Mayfield, the wingback, 5'10", 190, the senior. And it's a big score for the DeWitt Dragons. And DeWitt on the scoreboard here in the second half. It's now 40-20 with 1:25 left to go in this third quarter of play. And now DeWitt will try for the extra point.
So for DeWitt, Antonio Phillips comes on to attempt the extra point try.
Antonio Phillips will try the extra point here. Here's a place down. The kick is up, and he can't get it up.
No good.
It hits the lineman in their back again. So with 1:25 left to go in the third quarter, as we pause our score from Golden Line Stadium in Pine Bluff, it's Star City 40 and DeWitt 20. Now these words on CSN for Simmons National Bank and the Pine Bluff Convention Center. Just throw it back to me, Josh.
Antonio Phillips on the kickoff. Taken by Ty Towers, number 7. Busting through the crowd. Towers for Star City will take it all the way.
What? A minute 12 left in the third quarter, Josh. We just missed a touchdown. I can't help it. I'm not the official. And here comes the kickoff away, and it's caught at about the 25-yard line. And with it is Ty Towers. Gets a block or two down the right sideline, the 40, the 50. Down the right sideline, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown for Ty Towers. And Star City now with a 27-point lead at 46-20, and the extra point is also good, and they tack it on. And Star City with a 27-point lead now in this third quarter of play. So it's 47-20 in favor of Star City, and just like that, boy, they've had a lot of big runs in this game here tonight. And that was another big run, this time by Ty Towers down the right sideline to make it 47-20. And we're getting set for the kickoff by Star City momentarily. 47-20, Star City with a 27-point lead. And the Bulldogs will come out here and kick it off with only 1:12 left to go in the third quarter.
Fans drive into Sonic through the month of September for the new Sonic BLT and Tots. They're only $2.99.
So the score is 47-20, a 27-point lead. And here comes the kick away. And it will be caught at the 5 by DeWitt across the 10, the 15, 20, 25, the 30. And forward to the 33-yard line is the kickoff return man for the DeWitt Dragons. And that is the return man in Brent Carter. Making the hit over there on the tackle, making the tackle on the play was Kyle Ashcraft, 5'9", 174, the lineman junior for the Star City Bulldogs. We have 57 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And the score is 47-20, a 27-point lead. Now DeWitt with the football. Split out wide to the right side. Goes Dalton Cox. Under center now. Here is no, the quarterback can't get off. Going right side past the 34 out to the 35-yard line is Deanna Marks.
Up to the 35.
So actually, Dean Marks takes it up to the 35-yard line, picks up a yard on the play. Clock rolling down here at Golden Line Stadium. 47-20 the score. 27-point lead now for Star City in this matchup. In the opening game of the season for both teams. Here at the 35, and here comes the quarterback nearly losing the football. We'll have a flag, or maybe two flags thrown in there at the line of scrimmage.
And it's picked up by Star City.
And a fumble on the play, and Star City picks up the football. So Star City picks up the football. They have it with 14 seconds left at the DeWitt Dragon 34-yard line. So a big break for Star City. They have it 1st and 10 at the DeWitt 34, so we'll see what the Star City Bulldog offense can do here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun, gas away, looks over the defense. And here's the ball handed off, going sweeping left side across the 30, inside the 25, and ridden down at the 22-yard line. Getting the call on the carry was Demetria Goins, a 5'11", 200-pound junior linebacker. Down to 9 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. We are down to 9 seconds. As our score is 47-20. And a flag on the field at about the 39-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard mark-off. So a 5-yard mark-off against Star City.
It's first down and 15 with 9 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Now out of the shotgun, Gasaway hands it off, and across the 40, 35, 30, down to the 28-yard line, running the football for Star City is Ty Towers again, as he will scoot up about 12 yards on the carry. And it's another first down for the Star City Bulldogs. And that will be the last play of the third quarter. We come through 3 quarters of play. At the end of 3 quarters of play in game 2 tonight, And at the end of 3 complete quarters, it is a big lead for Star City. Star City 47. And the DeWitt Dragons 20, back with the 4th quarter in just a moment, right after this word for Hooten's Football Magazine. 47-20 lead for the Star City Bulldogs, and Star City with the football. And they'll have it at about the 28-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 4 now for the Bulldogs at the DeWitt Dragon 28. Out of the shotgun, gas away, waiting for the snap, and here's the snap, but we have a flag thrown all over the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be against the Star City Bulldogs. So it'll be against Star City. That'll be a mark-off. As the football is around the 33-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 9. Gas away. Now here's a pass to the right side. It's complete. And Towers is back there at the quarterback. At that time, they hacked it back to Towers, so that Wildcat formation was thrown in. And a pass to the right side. It's caught over there on the right side.
About the 28-yard line.
So that will be just a moment ago. A pickup of 5 makes it 3rd and 4 now. 47-20, Star City with a big lead here in their season's opener game here tonight in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. Here's the ball handed off.
Goes to Dimitri Goins.
And Goins goes inside the 30 all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Turner Earhart with a tackle.
So we're inside 11 minutes left to go in this contest.
4th down, a little more than a yard for Star City.
47-20 the score. Out of the shotgun. Waiting for the snap. Here comes the snap. It's handed off now to the running back. Goes over right tackle. Here is Jose Rochelle, and he goes over right tackle. He's going to be tripped up at the 22-yard line.
Tackled by number 76, Spencer Gunnell.
So the clock is stopped with 10:36 left to play. The score is 47-20. A 27-point lead for the Star City Bulldogs. Going back to pass, looking to throw. A pass is over the middle. It's incomplete at the 5-yard line. Trying to thread the needle down there to
broken up by number 55,
Jose Rochelle.
Holtzman.
Rochelle was there, and it was incomplete. Let's go to the far sideline, and let's check in on the Star City side of the field and Lewis Ambers. Let's go to Lewis Ambers. I believe we're about ready to go to him here momentarily. And here with the football back to action. Now the shotgun, gas away on a fake handoff, runs with the football.
Keeping the football.
And he will keep it inside the 25 down to the 21-yard line. .9:45 left to go. Here comes Star City up to the line of scrimmage. Waiting for the snap is gas away. And here comes the snap. Throws to the left side. Just barely got that ball snapped before the 22nd clock. Here's a pass to the left side. It's caught to the 15. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown for Jose Rochelle. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And Star City with a big 33-point lead now. It's Star City 53 and DeWitt 20. 9:10 left to go in the game. And Star City comes up with another score here. We have an injured player on the field at about the 11-yard line.
Dumond for DeWitt.
So we have an injured player on the field with 9:10 remaining in this game. As the trainers are looking over the injured player down on the field. Just a reminder, 2 games tomorrow night in the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic. CSN will start coverage at 5:15 tomorrow afternoon. Pecola, Oklahoma going up against Cedarville. And at 7:30, Boonville takes on Mena. And then Thursday night, we'll switch our venue over to Arkadelphia on the campus of Henderson State University. Bearden takes on Camden Harmony Grove. That's Camden Harmony Grove at 5:30, airtime 5:15. And then the other game will be at 7:45. Fountain Lake takes on Junction City. Should be outstanding matchups tomorrow night and Thursday night right here on the CSN Radio Network. Well, the injury is to the player for
Dumond helped to his feet.
the DeWitt Dragons and Tristan Dumond. Dumond is being assisted to the sideline by the coaches and the trainers as they hope that they don't have too bad of an injury at all, so he can come back in this game.
Once again, Eric Tucker on to attempt the extra point. Ty Towers will hold.
So trying for the extra point will be Star City. Trying for the extra point will be the kicker. Place is down, the kick is up, and the kick is...
Tucker's kick is no good.
No good under the crossbar, so the extra point, it fails.
53.
It's no good under the crossbar. 9:10 left to play in this football game. Our score as we pause. It is a big lead for Star City. Star City 53 and the DeWitt Dragons 20. Back with more coverage of the Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic right after this 60-second word on from your local station on the CSN Radio Network.
Drive after the fumble recovery by Braylon James. In 8 plays, kept by the 21-yard pass from Ty Towers to Jose Rochelle. Rochelle's second touchdown of the half, his 4th of the game. Time of the drive, 3 minutes and 4 seconds.
I'm fighting it, bud. I'm fighting it.
And the score is 53-20, a 33-point margin.
We'll make it.
Tristan Lawson, number 68, to kick away.
Here comes a kick away, and the kick is going to be received at the 8, across the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, across the 30, and hit right there
At the 31,
and at the 30-yard line.
Tristan Lawson.
The ball was brought back, and it was Brent Carter on the return. Lawson in there on the stop on the play for Star City. The football at the 31-yard line. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in this game. 33-point lead for the Star City Bulldogs with a 33-point lead. They lead 53 to 30. Hey, 53 to 20, that is the score. Out to wide to the right side goes the receiver in Dalton Cox. Back to pass, and here's a draw play up the middle across the 35, the 40, the 45, and out to the 46-yard line.
Tackled by
Carrying the football is Carter again. As Carter with that carry, and he takes it all the way out
and that's a first down for
to
DeWitt.
the 45, nearly the 46-yard line with 8:32 left to go in this football game. Inside the right hash mark, and here's a ball handed off. It goes now to Carter across midfield down to the 49, close to the 48.
Crossing the 50-yard line.
And he will pick up about 5, maybe 6 on the play.
That's Jeremy Light.
Runs the clock down to about 8 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in this contest. 33-point lead.
Six-yard pickup on the play. Second down and a long 4 to go.
So the football's at the 48. Second down coming, second and about 5. And going to the left side, trying to sweep to the left, but shooting through there is the Star City defense and making the tackle on Jose. Make the tackle over there on the
7 yards to the 45-yard line.
Jonathan Jeffrey, who's also plays tailback, and he got the big lick put on him all the way back to the 45-yard line. So up to the line of scrimmage comes DeWitt. And the football is resting at the 45, where it'll be third down and 10. Rolling out right side, here's a pass, and it is caught at the midfield strike, the right sideline, 45-40, and out of bounds. At the 38-yard line, making that reception is Dalton Cox. He caught that one in heavy traffic over 2 people.
At the 37-yard line.
So at the 37-yard line, first down for the DeWitt Dragons. We have 6:53 left to go in this contest.
DeWitt first down.
And at the line of scrimmage, calling the signals. Here's the ball handed off on the left side, sweeping across the 40, down a 45-yard line.
Carlos Clark dancing to just inside.
Been all Star City in this game tonight.
Tackled by Slade Hawkins, a sophomore, number 53. All resting at the 35.
So the football resting inside the nose of the football, inside the 35-yard line, where it'll be second down coming after picking up 3 just a moment ago. 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line. There's a pitch in the backfield and going across the 30 down to the 27, close to the 26 goes the runner. As we have 6 minutes left to play in this game. 6 minutes left to play. Stay tuned after the game. Lewis Edwards will be down at the 50-yard line. He'll be speaking with the CSN player of the game. That'll be on our post-game show coming up after the conclusion of this game tonight here on Arkansas Sports Radio. It's CSN Radio and CSN Television. The football is at the 26-yard line. Here's a ball headed off. It goes now to Carter. Twists and turns. Breaks a tackle. Breaks 2 inside the 20 down to about the 19-yard line. As it goes down to about the 19. And it's short of a first down by about a couple of yards at about the 19. And this will bring up a second down and short yardage coming up now for the DeWitt Dragons. At the 19, right hash mark of the field. Under center calling the signals is the quarterback. And Gunnar Knoll, and Knoll hands it off, and that time Carter was diagnosed real well by the defense of Star City, and they were keying on him and stopped him right there. Down to 4:45 left to go in this game. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in this contest. as it's been all Star City in the last couple of quarters. As a Star City now with a 33-point lead at 53-30. Now here's a ball handed off in the backfield. Twisting and turning now is a tailback in Carlos Clark, the
number 25.
outstanding running back, the sophomore, 5'10", 155. And he tries to scoot it inside the 20, got back to the line of scrimmage, so this will bring up a fourth down coming. Fourth and about 2 to pick up the first down.
And 2 to go for DeWitt.
So the DeWitt Dragons with it on 4th and 2 at the 19-yard line. 3:52, 3:51, 3:50, clock rolling down here at Golden Lion Stadium. Here's a pass. It is in and out of the hands. Incomplete at the 10-yard line. Intended for Brett Carter. It went in and out of his hands. Incomplete on a incompleted pass on a fourth down. And that means that the Star City Bulldogs will get the ball back after holding the DeWitt Dragons offense on the fourth down there. And it's going to be DeWitt's football with 3:42 left to go in the game. Let's go down the sideline and check in with Lewis Embers.
Simmons' first Hootens.com kickoff week show goes to Lakemore Field.
Yeah, we'll try to get hold of him in just a moment. Lewis is getting around behind the bench of Star City as he is getting ready to speak with the Star City player of the game, the CSN player of the game. That'll be in our post-game show following this game here tonight on our post-game. The football is rushing at the 19-yard line. We have 3:42 left to play in this contest, and we have a timeout called on the field. So with a timeout on the field with 3 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in the game, let's pause with the score. It's Star City 53 and DeWitt 20. This is the 2009 Simmons First Hooten.com Kickoff Classic on CSN. Josh wants to know, Dan, what's the problem with this game?
Hooten is now in its quarterback for Star City.
Man, it's unreal.
5-yard penalty assessed to the Bulldogs. 1st and 15.
So to be the Star City Bulldogs with the football 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line out of the shotgun. New quarterback in there for Star City's number 15, Devon Shelton, 6'1", 162, the sophomore quarterback.
It'll be 1st and 20.
Well, we have a whistle and a flag is thrown on the field at the line of scrimmage at about the 14-yard line. Well, it's been all Star City here in the second half as Star City was leading at halftime 28-14. They've scored a total of 25 points to 6 for
Shelton, number 15,
DeWitt here in the second half.
He goes down at his 10-yard line.
As the ball is handed off and he goes at the 10. That's going to be a loss of 4 yards on the play. Shelton, the quarterback.